Oh.
Hello. Thank you for joining us for, this is episode 31, I think, of Pinnacles here on happyjacksrpg. We've got all of our previous sessions at happyjacks.org/pinnacles. You could also check out /shows for everything that Happy Jacks has ever done. I am Jason. I'm the guide of this game. I know Wild Talents the best at this table, but nobody can really know Wild Talents. That's a thing. It is an unknowable
enigmatic
creature.
Mistress.
We have some blood and guts in our superhero sandwich, so just be aware that we took out the pickles and the other stuff, but like the some of the blood and guts are still in there. We use safety tools here to make sure we're all on track. Just be aware. This might be a little bit, if you were thinking Young Justice or Teen Titans, it's not that. So just be aware. We also have some players. Enge, are you a player?
I am a player. Thank you. And I play Chainsaw. The biker brawler telekinetic. Eli, are you a player?
Fuck, I don't know. Yes, I'm a player. I play Hector, the telepath.
I'm a nightmare and a player. I'm Sarah and I play Kit.
Nightmare, dream, all in the eyes of the beholder.
All nightmares are dreams.
I play Pooja, or I am Pooja playing Sapna.
What? The reveal here.
That was deep.
Sorry, I'm doing it now. Okay. Does anyone want to recap what happened last time?
Ooh, me.
Okay.
Can I?
Yes.
We'll switch it up, Sarah.
Yay! We were in the middle of a fight when we started last time, but we were handling it so good, so well, until someone said, poison needles right at your face, and I had the genius idea that Wi-Fi is basically electricity, right? Mm-hmm. And accidentally took us into another world. Us being Heather, Sapna, and Kit. Then we were on the other side. We could kind of breathe, but not really. As Hector and Chainsaw bodied the rest of the CEO competition.
And Dr. Light.
And Dr. Light got that one with the clothesliner. Very impressive. Then they were like, where the fuck is everyone else? And Interstitial was like, they left. Also, goodbye, and was gone, so we don't know what's going on with that. But Hector and Chainsaw and Dr. Light followed through the rift, and we all found ourselves in this futuristic space cyberpunk situation where we all went into a 50s diner because we didn't want to die from exposure and tried to figure out where we were, what had happened, etc., etc. Kit was all, I can teleport now, and Wi-Fi's not real. And as we began to figure out where we were, what was going on, ask the question, where is Interstitial? Dr. Light met up with the Dr. Light that lived in this world, and we said the naughty word, which was rise, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good to know, good to remember. And that Dr. Light was like, hey, by the way, besties, don't say this word. And we said, we totally haven't. And then they all showed up because we said it. We beat a hasty retreat. But while we were in the diner, something very important happened, which was that the waitress was a doppelganger of Dallas.
Yes.
Yeah.
Abby.
And through that, wait, what was
Abby.
Abby. And through Abby, we also found out that not only does Chainsaw have a doppelganger, but Chainsaw's doppelganger is a racer who recently faked his death. So that's an extra little problem for us to deal with while we're here, is that Chainsaw looks like someone who very famously died recently to escape debts, we believe. We beat a hasty retreat from the diner and go to try to figure out if we're here. E. Brian probably did something wrong. We have to fix it. Where's the problem? As we begin to investigate, we go into Dropner Station?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
I mean, we were always on Dropner once we got
Yes.
here.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought that the mall was Dropner. Okay, so the ring is Dropner.
The ring is Dropner Station.
Okay.
Yep.
The ring is dropped in our station, but we go to the mall because Dr. Light says, go to the mall and I'll help you out there.
To the mall.
And Sapna really coolly gets Dr. Light's motorcycle back from Rise Corp trying to impound it. So rude. So we go to the mall. We're shopping. We're looking around. We're having a good time.
We're at the sunglasses hut.
We're at the sunglasses hut. There is a detective-looking robot guy who is eyeing us up, and we kind of get the information that we need on him, which is that he's a Nick Valentine type who is tracking down your dead counterpart now that he's seen him. And we have to beat a retreat from that. And who is here to help us but a precocious little child who tries to steal from us? We apprehend the precocious little child and
Beat him.
find out his internet e-name. And then sick him on the robot detective and run to try to meet the Dr. Light of this world after Chainsaw gets a little face makeover. And that's where we left off. Anything else? Any other details?
Dr. Light or Dr. Ultra tells us we need to break into the corporation who shall not be named.
Yes.
Secure servers to find out what Brian did and where because they have been suppressing that information.
Yes, because they've been covering it all up.
Yep. Okay.
Okay.
So, I believe we left off with we were in the entertainment district at the very last bit there. Had managed to get some shopping in. If there was anything we did need to pick up, we can certainly work that out.
That's right. I got a new jacket.
Yeah. We got the new.
We got Bill and I heart
it
drop in her
does.
station shirt.
Sure. Love that. Just a like triple XL fit over the armor body. Yeah.
Heather got a new coat.
Or,
Cover up all the
All the juices.
Bill actually took on a like robotic form as
Yes.
opposed to being armor currently. So, and Heather got what?
a new duster to cover up all the
Oh yeah,
drugs.
yeah. Her juice boxes.
Juice boxes.
That's probably just juice. The group has some things to decide here. You're at the mall. You could do some shopping. You're in the entertainment district. We know that people are looking for like some of these criminals, air quotes around that, because this is kind of a lawless border town. But there are people looking for other Chainsaw.
Yes.
There are people looking for you all because, like, other people.
Because the problem.
Rise Corp decided they've identified you and identified you as an issue. So they're trying to find you. And I think that kind of narrows your to-do list. But how do you want to proceed?
I mean, we've just destroyed that little drone, and the Nick Valentine-esque type is... Oh, this is my last question. What was the name of the loan shark that is after?
Oh, I think
Chainsaw
we
Dominator?
had something for
The
that.
comet.
The Comet.
Comet.
That's
yes.
right.
So
I
we've
wrote
got
that
the
down
Comet on
somewhere.
our tail for now.
Yep. The Ring
Uh,
Racer bookie.
I think we were going to try to meet up with Dr. Ultra in the mall, correct?
Well, we already met up with Dr. Ultra and Dr. Light at Dante's Inferno.
Yeah. We made it to
Inferno.
Dante's Inferno, got a karaoke room.
Oh,
and,
right.
And Dr. Ultra said, we need to break into Rise's secure servers to
Yes!
find out what
That
Brian
is-
did.
that
Because
is
they've been
kind
of-
suppressing it.
I think that's where we left off. So, how would you like to proceed?
How do we even get into a server station?
Well,
I mean, servers are powered by electricity, unlike Wi-Fi.
so
Every day I learn, and that's okay.
Dr. Ultra says, that's true, but you can't get data through the power cord.
No, but
And most of them are gapped from the network. Like, they're not, you can't just, like, hack into their servers from outside.
But there is a power cord.
So just
and
like
they do talk to each other.
They certainly would have some sort of power source, yes, but I don't see how that's relevant.
So we have unexplainable abilities to
Making eyes
do
at each other.
things.
Yeah, I know you all have superpowers, but what is like?
I can travel through power cords.
Oh, that's not in the brief.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
I can
It's a new.
eavesdrop on machinery.
And Dr. Light says, "Hang on." And Dr. Ultra and Dr. Light, their like eyelids flutter for a second and like in sync. Okay. Thank you. I'm up to date now.
I think we just need a little clarity on how badass we are, guys.
Oh, yeah.
Pretty badass.
So, do we have a layout of the room or the
I've
building?
not been inside there. I haven't been able to. This is Dr. Ultra speaking for the most part. I've never been inside their server. That's I would like to know more. I would like to disrupt what they're doing. However, it's also important to understand that to some degree, they are the heart of what keeps this station spinning, and we can't just go in and blow the place up because it would put all these lives at risk, and we might even like fall into the black hole, which is not my ideal thing.
Generally bad. Yeah.
Do you know what the? Do you have any information on the building itself?
Yeah, I mean, there's some public-facing information. There's some rumor-based add-on to that. We do have some information for that. There's the layout, and she like pulls up some schematics of the like starts with the tourism board part of like, here, come visit the Rise Corp campus on Dropner Station. And it's all this like greenery and fountains and running water and like all these features that are not in the rest of the station. Also, they have, for some reason, a little bit denser atmosphere in their quarter of the station. And their claim, their reason, not for some reason, they claim that they have like force fields that are like creating a little nicer environment for people. And so that's, if you want to, and they offer like free education, free healthcare, free, like you can, anybody who lives on the station is welcome to come apply for these things, at certain subscription levels. So that your membership comes with certain free benefits, which is as toxic as it sounds. So you have a layout of their campus basically, and there's a welcome center. There are things labeled as research facilities and hospital and educational area, things like that. A lot of the also you can do education via VR or whatever. So there's sort of like Ready Player One style living there. So what all would you like to know? And I will say this is I know that I fall into the trap, the Shadowrun trap of like plan, and we don't have to plan every little thing, right? We always can come back and say we can flashback it, we can use all the like gaming techniques that we know to carry out your plan and not get bogged down into 3 hours of planning just to kick the doors open, guns blazing anyway. So give me some rough ideas of how you would like to perceive. I'm assuming all of you are, well, we know for a fact all of you are experienced hero folk. You have Dr. Ultra here who has extensive resources, but to her own, she is also stuck in her paradigm of, yes, I would like to deal with Rise Corp, but it's such a huge, unassailable task.
Subscription levels.
Yes.
Higher subscription levels give you more access to the Rise Corp campus, if I am reading this correctly.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, we'd all like to be triple platinum plus.
How much does that cost?
ugh.
Does it matter how much it costs? We just make it think we've paid it. We don't have to
We also
have
have
triple
a lot of
platinum.
money.
Like, we don't have to have triple platinum plus forever. We just have to have it for as long as it takes to get there,
Sure.
get the
we
stuff, and get the fuck out.
get someone that works there that's a part of how it works and get their ID badge. We don't have to pay for anything and just spoof it.
But getting on campus will need the membership, right?
Mm.
I mean, somebody has to clean.
Yeah, but they won't have access to the server rooms.
This also seems like a fucked enough place that maybe you have to have a membership to even come in to clean.
Oh, well, they would have contractors, yes. That's a certain people have a contract to be able to come in and clean. But that's not triple platinum plus. So
So we have to pay for it with Bill's completely legitimate winnings, or spoof it, or we get whatever access we can, go in, and then Hector them to let us in.
I mean,
For-
it can't hurt to have both, you know? We
Right.
come in with the Super Platinum Plus, and if someone says, I don't care about your subscription, why are you here? We can be like, also, we've
Yeah.
got mops, you know?
So, if you want to talk about
Got mops.
the hacking your way into a triple platinum plus would have a lot of problems because it's also the thing they put the most like vetting and background check into, which is why Dr. Ultra doesn't just hasn't hacked that herself. Is there would be a level of investigation that is would overcome her ability to create a fake identity. However, with Bill's like ill-gotten gains, not ill-gotten, they were
Completely legitimately
completely legitimate gambling profits. He's just better at it than them. They purchasing the triple platinum plus on an account is actually like the least suspicious thing to do, right? And that Dr. Ultra can then put a background identity behind that is way easier than trying to like do this with stolen money or convincing the system that you've paid when you haven't paid, like those just sort of add-on stuff. So, but you could probably pay for like 2 days of triple platinum plus.
That's all you
I
need.
mean, if we need more than that, we're fucked anyway.
Yeah.
Yep.
At that point, we just follow chainsaw blowing through walls, right?
Well,
Like,
2 days of
Wait a minute.
one
Wait
person.
a minute. Has everyone forgotten what happened? How we got here in the first place?
Also, a good
You-
consideration. What? Hello.
Took 2 people with you.
Yes.
Like, do we have to get into the Super Platinum Plus? As long as we like get in the building and we can find an outlet and stick our finger in the outlet and then
Yes, but also I don't even know if Platinum Plus will be enough to get into the server room. So I
Well, certainly
figured
not.
once we got in, that would be what we do. Also, in the explosion, we should probably be a little. I can get us in, but there might still be someone there, so we should probably be aware of that. And also, maybe servers are pretty fragile things. So
Also, while you're talking, Dr. Light or Dr. Ultra was doing some research to confirm. She was like, "Wait, hang on, I think I have a yeah, okay." So we also are confirming that the Rise campus is entirely on its own circuit power-wise.
cool.
So you would not be able to stick your finger in a socket here and go.
Oh no, socket
there.
inside the facility.
Yes.
once we're
So
inside.
but
Yeah.
once you get into their quarter, probably most of it's connected. It'd be like, why would they silo off different buildings power-wise, right? Like network-wise, sure. Power-wise, that's not no one's thinking of that as a security breach. They just are separated from the rest of the station for like, they don't want power outages, you know.
Why would you keep yourself safe? It's not like people can travel through electricity.
Yeah, that's
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 crazy.
crazy.
a
talk.
crazy
Yeah.
thing to say. Yeah.
crazy.
Anyway,
Crazy.
so I feel like we've kind of got a plan.
So back to the paying for it. How many
Yeah.
people can go?
Well, yeah, I guess you could probably get like 2 people for 1 day, or 1 person for a couple days.
Bill, we need you to hit those slots again.
Just keep doubling.
But like, if you want to get a worker permit, permission to work, then that's a lot less. Like that's a negligible amount to be able to provide. Like Dr. Ultra can get you a fake ID and get you a worker permit at the lowest level, no problem. That would at least get you on campus, but then, there's very little freedom of movement or ability
Hey,
to.
there's got to be stuff in between worker and triple platinum pass.
Yeah, there are.
What is the highest level that we can all get onto campus for at least one day?
Okay,
That's what we actually.
That's fine. We can get everyone on campus. That's fine.
5. I don't want to make more problems than we have to.
Yep.
Okay.
Easy peasy.
Let's all don our super legitimate disguises.
Yeah.
Don we
Okay.
now our gay apparel?
Yes.
Mhm.
So do you want to go in as students, as itinerant residents who have purchased, the privilege to stay there, or do you want to go in as fake employees, which is doable but would require a roll?
People renting an apartment.
Okay.
Because we could come up with any background, right? Because people come here just to come here.
No, this is not a tourist destination. It's a
But people do come here, and then they just end up working here. Like,
like Rise employees. The rumor is Rise employees who are in trouble are sent here, right? This is the you fucked up posting versus being in the hub of the rest of the galaxy, But there's also a flip side of that, they do some of the most intense, secret research here. So maybe that's not really that's stuff that Dr. Ultra, literally doesn't have the answer to because it's been beyond her ability.
There's a lot of rumors.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, I'm good with being people living there. We're coming to be guys. Smash
Just
it.
tourists, basically. Rich tourists.
Yeah.
I was
Okay.
imagining going in as a student, but looking like Jack Burton when he has the glasses on and is dressed like a nerd.
I was thinking of Steve Buscemi with the skateboard
Not
and a
even
backpack.
Yeah. What's that fucking Drew Barrymore movie?
Never been cast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what that's from.
Mhm.
There's so much wrong with that movie.
Yeah.
In retrospect.
So
Yeah.
much.
But that meme is perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So let's scoot over to the no. Now, do we want to do anything about the comet and other chainsaw? Did we have a name for that chainsaw?
bandsaw.
I thought we
Miter
had
saw.
Yes.
something. Oh, was it Hank?
Something
Yes.
like that.
Yeah, Hank.
Hank.
The douche. No, that was.
Yeah, I
He had a.
cleaning out my bag and all the notes went onto the table and never made it back in.
Yeah,
So,
I understand.
mhm.
Yeah, I liked Hank because it sounds like Frank.
Yeah.
That's funny.
It's
to me.
also short for Henry, so it's a nickname.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
So, no, I think it. I mean, personally, unless you feel like it.
I mean, honestly, it's not on my radar.
Not yet, at least.
It doesn't have to be.
Yeah.
Look, not all side quests are interesting. That's okay.
I'm
mean-
interested in it, but I want to figure out this information
Yeah.
first, then maybe come back and when we're in the realm, deal with it in tandem.
Yeah, I'm very curious, and if anybody wants to poke into it,
Okay.
because I am
Right.
not equipped for such things.
The other thing we need to decide is, for a fact that because they showed up at Route 66, they have your faces in that regard. So what do you want to do to hide and or change your faces while on campus there? You have a lot of options. I'm not saying you have to do any one thing, but you cannot walk in with
No,
this
it's so
face. Or it will be the GM gotcha.
I already look like a young Kurt Russell, so
Yeah, you're
Yeah,
different.
you've changed your face.
Mhm.
Yeah, you're good.
Okay, who wants face putty?
Hector, I'll take some face putty.
That means literally changing your face.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Not like can't get changed back.
Yeah, that's true.
What?
All right, cool.
I mean, I can change it back,
Yeah,
probably.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Easy
Just
peasy.
take a picture.
Okay.
Take a. There's pictures of you, right?
Sure.
Yeah, great.
Imagine there being no picture.
You have.
Well, I could
pictures,
see
right?
Hector not having any pictures of himself, but then Rosalinda has a ton of pictures of him.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Amazing. Okay, so Chainsaw, you're good. Hector, you're up.
You just keep calling it face putty, and that makes it much more difficult to get behind, I think.
Facial reconstruction,
Is that better?
deconstruction. No, that's worse.
Um,
Spy facing.
you know what?
Spy
There's not-
face.
I honestly
Temporary Face adjustment.
am not sure that there's another option. So okay,
Right?
I trust you.
Dr. Ultra says, I'm glad we're talking about this because and she like gestures to the screen you would pull up songs on, and there's this like scrawl bulletin of your faces from Route 66 of like weird like freeze frames of when the Rise Patrol like pulled up outside, and yeah, like worst possible freeze frames.
Damn it.
Though I do
Um,
want to say we need to somehow erase that data because I have a doppelganger and I don't want them to get fucked with.
Yeah.
No, that needs to happen regardless. Yeah. Okay, shouldn't be that difficult when we're
Yeah, once you're
fucking
in
with
there,
other stuff.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
easy.
Oh yeah, the comet man. That guy's gonna be like, "What the fuck?" when he sees this. He might come looking for us. Who knows?
Well, it's
But he's in
probably
hiding.
related to why he's looking for Hank at this point, because it's confirmed like there's Hank.
Yeah.
Fuck that guy. Why does he look weird? Doesn't matter.
Oh, I mean, I was thinking Hank was the comet.
Oh,
He did have his racer name that was really stupid. I don't remember. What
yeah, I
it was.
forget
Started
what
with
it
an
was.
S.
Was it? Why didn't I write
Cat.
it down? Didn't seem important, I guess.
Okay,
I'll find
everybody
it
get in
later.
an orderly
The
line.
Smoke Show.
We'll add it in post.
Okay. Let's just do. How many wiggle dice do you have in this power?
2.
No, don't worry about it. We don't have to roll.
I do need to roll for one thing, and it is how much willpower this takes me. If you accept for that as just being one
Oh.
roll, I can do that. But this does drain my willpower.
I see. Yeah. Okay. Then we do need to roll. Yes. So, it's
It's just so easy now. It doesn't take willpower.
I mean, we can say that I like line us all up in front of a mirror and try to do it all at once.
I mean, if you want to make everybody look like the same person, I'll accept one roll.
I don't think I can do that.
We could go in as quadruplets.
Yeah, I think that would
Nope.
really
Nope.
be weird.
I already
Oh.
got mine down. Good.
Okay, all right. No. I'm gonna do single matches, so I'm gonna like split the willpower. So I'll do a multi-action for each roll and then do 2
Okay.
rolls.
Including one for yourself.
Right, because I have to do Hector, Heather, Sapna, myself.
Oh, although
Well,
we've not been rolling to
I was
change
about
your
to
face.
say.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have.
Really? When you change
Oh.
into your form of
Yeah,
like
I've always spent
Caduceus versus
willpower on
Kit?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
That's why I've taken time and not changed back because I haven't wanted to use my
Oh,
willpower.
no, I respect that. Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
Mm-hmm.
What were you
Yeah.
going to say, Pooja?
Oh, I was just gonna say. I mean, there's got to be some kind of like facial modification,
Mhm.
cosmetic facial modification stuff
Sure.
on the market.
Sure, you can go to the mall and have somebody do it cosmetically.
Would that be better for you? I don't want to.
But that also put us going out to the mall.
But I mean, like, blowing out 4 willpower or whatever doesn't seem that big a deal to me, personally. 4 or 5 willpower? What are we talking about?
I'm squinting my eyes at you.
You only need a pair for each
however,
person, right? And it's 2. Oh, it'd be 6. 6 willpower.
Yeah, it'd be 6. But to Sapna's question, I think it would just say. I mean, it's.
You've got all that base will now.
Hang on. It's not that. I mean, like, yeah, it's gonna be a bit of something, but I feel a little more confident about changing everyone back from something I do than from something we
Yeah.
do here.
Well, also, chat does bring up a good point, is your current faces are now famous, and if you go to a face changer at the mall, that person will see your current face and,
Become implicated.
or maybe turn you in
Yeah.
or whatever. It, like, complicates it
Mhm.
versus the reason why it should cost 6 willpower is the ease and like seamless ability that gives you.
Mm-hmm.
So that actually does make sense.
They're
It's
just that good.
Also a character moment of checking in.
Yeah,
'Cause
yeah.
I know you.
I'm all good. You know, I'm happy to keep us safe. So who's first?
Hector's like, I'll be first.
Mm-hmm. So I'll do Hector and myself. Amazing. I'll take 2 9s for myself and 2 10s for Hector.
Okay.
So that's now 2. Now down to 2.
Hey,
What would you like to
you
look like, Hector?
absorbed a bunch of willpower.
I ate it.
Oh,
I
it didn't get stored in the.
It was stored and then I ate it
Okay.
to start doing.
To restore your
Yeah,
health.
powers.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Sometimes you gotta
Got
eat.
it.
Yeah.
Got
You're
it.
hungry.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you look like?
Hmm.
Because I feel like you especially could kind of project into my mind what you wanted to look like, and then I
Mhm.
could
Sure.
do it, you know?
Let me think. I think he looks like
An androgynous Pedro Pascal.
androgynous Pedro Pascal.
Everyone wants androgynous Pedro Pascal.
That would be kind of funny, but he wouldn't do that. I'm spacing on his name right now. La Bamba.
Oh,
Richie Valens?
Not Richie Valens, but
the guy
Lou
who
Diamond
played-
Phillips.
Lou Diamond Phillips. there
Yeah.
you go.
Okay.
Yes, Lou Diamond.
We got there.
Amazing. Amazing.
Uh,
You guys look like Lou Diamond Phillips. I feel like Kit actually doesn't go for like looking specifically like someone. They rather like soften a lot of parts of their face to look very boring. Like they are someone that your face slides off of, your
Yeah.
eyes slide off of, kind
Okay.
of thing. Just like everything is as average as possible, kind
Sure.
of thing. You know? Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
A very average-looking Lou Diamond Phillips.
Well, for Kit is it? Kit is it? And then
And then I'm
we're
gonna-
gonna do one for Sapna.
Yes.
Okay.
And Heather too, I believe. Unless Heather doesn't want.
Oh yeah, Heather will need that as well.
Okay.
For some reason, we'll say Bill was like over looking at something on the wall when the cops showed up.
Yeah.
And the Rise Patrol, whatever.
I have a
and
question.
Was not implicated in this like alert. So yeah.
Tight.
Or also, since Bill has the interstitial stuff on him, can you just change what he looks like?
Interstitial. Wait.
Chris is in the
Oh,
armor.
yeah. Actually, yeah, he's a little bit more malleable.
Mm-hmm.
Because he is a bot form now and is wearing interstitial armor and can do some basic change. But I'm also going to say he was not implicated in your immediate situation.
Cool.
Great.
Okay. So sorry, Heather. We've got 10s and 7s to spend on this. I feel like both of those are fine,
Mm-hmm.
as long as you're fine with it.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. What would you like to look
So is Sapna a 10 or is Heather a 10?
like? See, here's my logic as to why Heather's the 7.
Do tell.
Is because Kit is like me in that sometimes you're looking at your partner and then you just like get a little distracted because you're like, ah, no, fuck, you shouldn't do that while you're trying to mold someone's face. They don't mess up a ton or anything. It's just like, you know, just a slight loss of focus that they readjust.
Okay, cool.
Who does Heather look like?
Not like
Sapna.
for so many reasons. Let's see. We said that Heather kind of looks like Grey's Anatomy style. I mean, I'd ask Heather what she would like to look like. Like,
Sure.
would you like a specific thing, or would you
Yeah,
like?
she
the
wants to
basic
look like
treatment?
Arizona from Grey's Anatomy.
Oh, I can't do anything about that. You already look like that.
It's okay. We could just. She'll just look like
Catherine Hagel from Grey's
like
Anatomy.
like that chick who
Yeah.
plays Meredith Grey on Grey's Anatomy.
Yeah, it's fine.
Hilarious.
Yes.
Fantastic.
I say chick. She's
Yeah.
a full-grown woman.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, no, you're good.
Full ass woman.
Yeah. Okay. And
Awesome.
Sapna's alterations.
So Sapna's got this whole like kind of pop star thing going with their clothes right now. Let's go full pop star.
Hell yeah.
Okay. Hide in plain sight kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know when you're famous, nobody looks at you twice.
Yeah.
Not that way. They don't look at you to question you.
Right. They want to take your picture. They want to do whatever, but they're not like engaging on that level. Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
So it's like, and with the tens, like, Sapna could be anyone,
Mm-hmm.
There
Yeah.
is a local. I'm trying to remember
including a member
exactly
of BTS.
how we set this up in the game, but there are like three factions in the entertainment district, where one of them is like performers, one of them is like sex work, gambling, and then the other one was something else. I think it might have been like athletic stuff, like athletic competition sort of things, which included like fighting and racing and some of that kind of stuff. And so like those were kind of the big three. But in the performers section, there was their own like local version of Dropner's Got Talent. And because they're so separate from the rest of the galaxy, and it would be easy to put yourself on there as like, oh yeah, and in next season this is going to be one of our competitors, and
Hell yeah.
because they have like hundreds
the
of people
Masked
apply
Singer.
for that, so you're in the like pre-roll of what's coming next season. And
Hilarious.
There we go.
I love that. Hell yeah. Everyone's changed.
okay,
Meet your new party.
I found this funny because normally Sapna would do the same thing that
Yeah,
you did,
yeah.
but it was just like, nope,
Why
nothing to
not?
see here.
I
Okay.
do love that it's like a bunch of hot people and then like Bill from accounting.
yeah,
Everybody needs a personal assistant.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
never want
you're
your
the
personal
bagman.
assistant to outshine your principal.
Very true.
yeah, the bagman,
Mm-hmm.
carry the bag.
Also, instant sympathy.
You need to give me all of your bags.
Okay, so we've got a way to get in without being recognized. We've got some, tourist level credentials, ID to get in. You've got enough money to make it look like you belong there. I think it makes sense. So Bill proposes this. So, okay, so while you all go in there, I'm not as good at pretending, but what I could do is stay here and keep doing a lot of what I've been doing to funnel money that you might need over the next few days. And it's
Well,
also fun.
I think you might have a problem.
No, that's if you lose.
Oh, right.
Bill, you're so cool.
This is just something I'm good at.
Mm-hmm.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
You do what you love, you know?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So just to back up a little bit, when we get to the campus, are we going to have to reconnaissance to see where the server room is?
Yeah, that part's not on the like public floor plan. There's a bunch of the offices that are public of like, here's HR, here's where to apply for a job, here's, a bunch of stuff like that. And then there are like, there's definitely another couple floors below that. And then Dr. Ultra has the like deep Reddit dive of like, we're sure there are 5 more floors under that.
Mhm.
And whatever, like explained this on a like photo of the outside of the station,
Amazing.
Mm-hmm.
of all of that level of stuff that she's like trimmed off the worst of, like, that's definitely nothing. And none of their birds are actually just birds. But the yeah, there is some level of this where we'll just have to like open the door and find out.
Yeah.
Um,
Good stuff. I also imagine that once we get in, like, it's a closed circuit, but I feel like you could do reconnaissance in terms of, like, where are the biggest dead zones? Like, where can you not touch things, like, with your powers and things like that?
I mean, honestly, a thing like a server room in China, it would be the opposite because it's talking to itself. It's talking a lot.
yeah, it'd be relatively quiet, or depending on how they're using it. Yeah. Okay, so you've what is your willpower situation at the end of all this? You've just spent 8
I've got
willpower.
7 base willpower, and I've got 8 willpower, because I spent a base to get 10 back.
Right.
Mhm.
Well, what's your maximum willpower?
18, I think?
Okay. So Heather, at the end of all this, everyone's looking different. Like, okay, I think we're ready to go.
Mm-hmm.
Heather pulls out a sort of like pinky red little capsule from the like bandolier that's now under her very cool trench coat.
Yeah.
And says, I have a pretty good sense of the sort of botanical properties of this. And I think it is not, well, I know that it's not nudge.
Okay.
But it might help recover how you're feeling, because you look a little worn out.
It's just like a tiny bit of, like, bags under the eyes
Right.
that just appeared, Maybe that's a part of the vibe that they've cultivated. Who knows?
Yeah. I think it's like, this is sort of like Red Bull if it wasn't trash.
Do I drink it like a Red Bull?
Yeah, no, there's a little injector on that. So it's like a tiny version of an EpiPen. It's like a chapstick sized EpiPen.
Actually, Heather says that, and Kit's like, I got it. They've been taking testosterone for, like, years.
Yep.
They're like, oh, an auto-injector? Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the fact that it's easier for you to deal with an auto injector than it is for you to deal with a Red Bull, I love it.
What takes a while to drink? That's over in 10 seconds.
Not if you're doing it right.
That's just what I was thinking.
Amazing. So anyway, Kit's like, oh, hell yeah. I trust you.
Okay. We're both going to roll stability.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Heather does not normally have a willpower battery power, but here her powers are a little different, and I'm playing with that.
Awesome. I've got 8s.
That's pretty good. Stability? What did I say for her? She had like 8?
Yeah, pretty high.
What did you get?
8s.
Oh, 6s are fine.
Yeah.
Oh, 8s. Actually, that's even better. What I wanted was
We're matching.
to get like as close to matching as possible, and that's matching.
Hell yeah.
So there is what the bonus here is you recover 8 willpower.
Nice.
And
Holy shit.
and you can see it, like, she gets this like kind of flushed, like just ran a bunch, and it like is out of breath for a second, like, whoa, that, like, I did not expect you injecting to affect me, but
Are you okay?
that is, and yeah, actually, that's cool.
Okay.
There is
You'll need a moment.
that's I mean maybe.
Yeah, I just do a quick bioscan of Heather to see what's going on.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like there's this biochemistry happening that's beyond what like normal mammal biochemistry, right? There's all this like botanical equivalent of I think I had said the what's her name from
Dr. Green.
Big Hero 6, the gal with the
Yeah, honey, I
honey,
think?
yeah,
Yeah.
honey lemon, where she's like mixing all those chemicals in her purse or
Mhm.
whatever. But that's happening in Heather's body, and so yeah, that's
Pardon me.
Very
Uh,
skeptical.
I just think it's very funny that like Kid is like concentrating to make sure that Heather's okay, and then just gets stuck staring at like this biochemical process that is happening in Heather, and is like, "Whoa!" But it does look like Kit's being inappropriate, which is very funny to me. Anyway, I'm glad you're okay.
Yeah, that's good.
I feel really good.
And then she produces an empty version of this little like chapstick size thing, and just jabs it into her forearm, and it fills up with that like pink red, like yeah, that's gonna work again. And just like puts it in the bandolier. Is everyone
She's so cool.
doing okay energy wise? Feeling awake and alert?
You don't need to sanitize that?
I mean,
I don't think I do.
Okay.
She's like 50% plant at this point, so
Oh, that's fair.
yeah.
if you are okay with doing that again, I could use a boost.
Okay. Here,
I
let's see
I
how it
wouldn't
goes.
say no.
Okay,
Everyone
well
get injected.
let's go one at a time and
This
see
seems way
how we
safer
do.
than nudge, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, so far. We had an exact match.
Uh-oh.
Oh my.
So I need you to tell me, no, just one at a time. So tell me all of your matches. Wait. Yeah. What, you got a pair of twos? I got a pair of ones, which is going to be close enough. So, in this case, it's not really about height. I'm just like making up some bullshit here. Okay, but you can recover, well, let's see. Twos are not, that's not very good. Let's just make it a minimum of 4. So you can get 4 willpower back. And then she goes through the process again, is able to produce another one, really doesn't seem depleted very much. And chainsaw,
What am I rolling?
you're rolling your stability. That's
It's kind of like when you do cuttings off of a plant, you know, to
Uh-huh.
like propagate, and you're like, oh, that's fine.
Yeah.
I've got
Oh my goodness.
several pairs to choose from here.
Oh, I got 7s.
Oh, that's the only pair?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well then we'll apply the 8s to that, and you will get 8 willpower.
Fill me up.
Well, I didn't think that would go that well.
Nice. Heather's so cool.
I might have to adapt that ability a little bit.
I'm only down 3 at the moment, so but I can only imagine how badly this is gonna like, go in and fuck with all the tech power is gonna drain me.
Yeah, I mean, what could go wrong?
I could have used this before I did the bike stunt, but that's fine. It's fine.
Hector asked Bill for the nudge.
Hector asks, oh, because Bill is holding some nudge. Yeah, okay. Yeah, he hands it over.
He looks at the doctor. Do we have an ejector? Like an injection for
Well, I
this?
think it comes in again, like a
Well, I didn't know if
pen.
Bill had like a special thing because he would have been able to like go into my neck or whatever.
Oh, yeah, no, I mean, he can just like produce an auto injector
Okay.
of like, again, like an EpiPen, but it's bigger. It's like full size,
Okay.
you know, like a marker.
So then Hector gives it to Sapna.
Okay.
Mm.
That is the only one we've got, Bill
Mhm.
says. So I don't have any more of that. I can't just make more. He like gestures at Heather. Like you know,
That's a good call.
I'm only a bot.
You're not only anything, Bill.
Well, okay, but I
Sure.
can't make more of that. And Dr. Light is like, yeah, I can't either right now.
That's
So, you know, when we get back, I'll try to make more, but that's what we've got.
Fair.
Okay,
Mm.
cool.
Mm-hmm. That's good.
All right. So, Dr. Light, Dr. Ultra. Dr. Ultra is also sort of like low key wanted, like on the station. So, they're gonna hang out with Bill and like go to Dr. Ultra's place, because she has a deal in the entertainment sector to, like, has a cool like kind of underground place to live, and they're gonna go hang out there.
Bill has a pair of lesbian moms now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
sisters. I don't know.
Sister moms. That doesn't have
Complicated.
any weird.
I don't know. I saw the
weird
way the Dr. Light
implications.
looked at Dr.
The-
Ultra.
the
That's
Doppler.
true. That.
Yeah. They're not siblings, actually. Yeah, no, there's no way to interpret it that way.
Mhm.
But they are doppels and kind of into each other. So, you know what? Whatever.
I'm all for it.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Love is love.
Okay, so yeah, they're off to do their thing. That leaves the 5 of you, right? There were just
Mm-hmm.
the 8 of you. You can do it if you try. Okay, so the ring is continuous. You can hop on transit and continue the rest of the way to the rise quarter of the ring. It is, again, as a reminder, we're on the outside of this ring as opposed to like the kind of space station where you're on the inside of a rotating thing. This thing isn't really like rotating in an aggressive way. It is like vaguely moving in space, and that creates a little bit of movement of the very thin amount of atmosphere that appears on the outside. But there is a tiny black hole in the middle of the empty space of the ring, and that is creating just enough gravity to be about Earth normal. And everybody lives on the outside of the ring because the gravity is pulling inward like that. So that is just a little reminder of this strange ring station. We also have this, mass transit thing. So you hop in that, you go up to the border of the Rise sector. That is a place where you have to get out of the transit. You have to go through essentially a customs check. They check your, everything checks off as you go in, and you find yourself in this very different environment. You do pass through sort of a shimmering blue force field kind of thing, and the air here, you see lots of people walking around without the respirators on. Probably half of the people you see still have one hanging around their neck. But there seem to be plenty of people here who don't even think of it as a risk. But you can see there is like this kind of force field above you, and if you look past the buildings to either side of the ring, you can see that there's a chunk of atmosphere trapped here with the force field, and it seems very normal. It's maybe if you were slightly high elevation, like in Colorado or something, but it's not really an unusual atmosphere at all. And there are like birds flying around, and squirrels and grass and trees, and it's. But also you have these buildings that are high tech, kind of plasticky white looking material on the outside. It doesn't look cheap. It looks like manufactured in some sort of high-end process. So the pathways are kind of this synthetic like paver. They look like concrete, but they're not really concrete. They're like artfully replicated, whatever, to look like this nice little pathway through a garden, in space. And you look up and it's still like space above you, it's like not a bright sunny day, but there's this ambient lighting makes it feel like it's kind of a sunny day and it's nice out. And there's literally like 4 people having a picnic on a blanket over in one section, under a tree. There's others like playing Frisbee in front of the school area, and otherwise this is let's see, it's 314 miles around, so a quarter of that is 75 miles or something. So the Rise section is along, you've just entered one area of it, and this is probably they would put the school section close to the entertainment quarter. So that makes sense to me.
Smart.
Yeah. It's not a school for little kids. It's like,
No, like a college.
university.
Mhm.
Yeah. But that's what you've entered. You've entered the Rise University campus. You know, the tourism sector is a little bit further in to the Rise quarter, and then there is the full-on like corporate offices are further back, and then the other side of the Rise sector butts up to the mechanical sector, which is where you originally came in, which is where Route 66 was. So, we've not quite come full circle, but we are here in the Rise quarter of Dropner Station. There are lots of ways to get around. There are scooters, there are golf carts, there are some kind of
Segways.
yeah. There is a you could go downstairs to the like subway thing, but the subway here doesn't just seamlessly go from Rise to the rest of the ring, right? You'd have to like get out and go through customs again and do all that. But there is a subway if you need to get all the way to the other end. It's 75 miles. It's a long trip, but you can get there in just a few minutes. So what do we want to start with?
Quick clarification. What are we not allowed to say or the cops will show up?
Well, yeah. So so Dr. Ultra was explaining that there are flagged terms, right? And so the fact that you said Rise or whatever it was you were talking about at Route 66 is not the sort of thing, like lots of people talk about Rise all the time because
Yeah, I would imagine people would have to say
everyone
that.
has subscriptions and whatever, but it was some combination of whatever it was you were talking about, and then they must have flagged your faces, and for some reason that Dr. Ultra doesn't have access to, that got you on the shit list of like we have to go pick them up. And so they are certainly monitoring language all over the place.
Gotcha.
Right? And so whatever it is you have to talk about, but the combination of whatever it was you were saying, and it had to be correlated with your faces in some way. That's what got you flagged. So now that you're here, there probably isn't a huge concern about what to say or
Okay,
what to
good.
talk about, unless you're like, and how should we bomb Rise Corp? It's like, that might get flagged. So just assume you're being listened to all the time, and whatever precautions you might want to take about that, or your mind palace conversation. But
Is happiness mandatory?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, it is, and enforced.
Yes.
So if you're not feeling happy, there are several
There's a happiness pill.
dispensers available that you can get whatever you would need that would make you happy because you should.
I'm in a video game.
Ooh.
Yeah,
It's a paranoia reference for those of you.
yeah, that's a good. Yeah, I always thought about how to like bring that into the modern gaming age, and I'm not sure there's a good way.
They tried.
Yeah, they sure did. Okay.
Is there a way for Hector to like brain scan people as they're coming onto the train? Like when we get to the more affluent
You
areas
can scan wherever you want. Yeah,
to like try to figure out where things are.
sure. Yeah, I mean, you've got a layout. I mean, what kind of stuff are you looking for?
Like where the server room is, like
Sure.
like people I'm assuming that work in the server room don't live there or work near it don't live there.
Yeah, so the main living areas are in the middle of Rise Corp sector, about 30 miles away from where you are right now, traveling, through the sector. But if you want to just scan some random people and see if anyone's thinking about their server room obligations, we can do that. It would probably be a pretty difficult check just because there's a bunch of people around and it's a random shotgun, but like, hey, there's a chance that you could stumble
know.
on.
Let's do it.
So let's see. Given the total, slightly less random sampling because these are all people who are authorized to be on Rise campus. Let's say that you need 8s or better to get something.
4 10s.
Oh boy. Okay.
Gotta flip this way.
Nice.
Yeah. You get
Thanks, Heather. Now your willpower is gone.
the let's see. So you wanted to find like somebody who works roughly in the server room.
Yeah, or like somebody works around it, like however you want to do it, but he
Yeah.
wanted to start picking their brain to like, where are the walkways? Like, how do they get there? Like,
Sure. Yeah. You pick yourself a map. It is about 60 miles from here. There's a main office building,
Mhm.
and there is a
like type of security, like
yeah,
what
yeah.
we would
There's
need.
swipe cards. There are retinal scanners. They've got they don't do like Gattaca DNA
Mhm.
like punctures, but they have all kinds of like whatever security. But the swipe cards, retinal scanners are the primary things that they're using, and then there is this. There actually are those 5 extra sub levels that
Mhm.
whatever the conspiracy theorists, like somebody got it right for once.
They did it.
Yeah. And
Can Hector plant a thought in the person's mind as they're leaving to leave their badge somewhere that we could just go pick it up?
Now that would be tough. Yes, you can, but again, it's going to be a high difficulty because they're like not literally be killed, but their life is like their whole life would change, right? If they lose this thing. So
So the thing is, like, the servers are at the bottom of a building where other people work, right?
yeah,
Mhm.
sub level 5.
But if we pick up a name of a person who works in that building and make an appointment, heavy air quotes on make.
Sure. That's a start to get in the building. I don't know if that would get you to sub level 5. Like they don't really have meetings.
No, but
so-
if we get into the building, then we can just finger in a socket.
Okay. Yep.
Or, I mean, since we're going to be, spending a baseball. Since we're going to have to mess with the security systems anyways, we could wipe the fact that that badge was used so they wouldn't be screwed.
Yeah, or you could also try to copy it instead.
Yeah, that too.
The one is like get the badge, copy it, and get it back to them, and like try to have them not know that happened.
Mhm.
That is probably the combo of things that would work. But
Are
that
we
would be
X-carding Hector erasing memories?
I don't think that was an X card issue.
I think it's more content than action.
Yeah, it's
If I'm
like
correct.
like-
So don't-
direct mind control is something we were trying to avoid.
Mhm.
don't erase the memories of that person's beloved family
Yeah.
kind
Right,
of thing.
right,
But if
yeah.
it's like, oh, I forgot my key card, I think
Because
that's-
Hector's thing would be like, oh, on your break, you go out and look at the sunny day or whatever.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
that's how it would go down in their head. But then we'd be like, hey, thanks for the badge, whatever.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Spoof it.
So yeah, I think if you and Sapna want to work together on that, that's you can get them to do the thing. You can copy the card, and but it'll be dice rolls to see how we do. And then for these, I'm not necessarily going to have. Well, actually, Hector, you're going to have an opposed roll, right? I'm going to roll versus their stability, and then yours isn't going to have Sapna. You're not going to have a target number. It's your best roll is what I will pit the security systems roll against when we try to get past that.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So let's do our opposed roll versus my stability.
Holy fuck.
My 5 loose dice in stability. I got a 10.
I got 6 10s.
I just watched it. It was
Yeah,
pretty
I got
crazy.
2 willpower back.
Yeah.
So I got
Yeah, wait, how many natural 10s did you get?
3.
Yeah, 2 willpower. Great. Okay. Yeah, they are gonna come out on their lunch break and sit outside for once and eat their company-approved
Moonaritos.
brown bag lunch. Yeah, Moonaritos. Yeah, they've got a box
Oh,
of
that's right.
Moonaritos. They're a little different here. They're not exactly what you'd expect.
They're definitely worse.
Yeah. Yeah, this tech comes out and they're in the sort of like gray coveralls
Mhm.
that sort of look like a mechanic's coveralls, but they're pristine,
Mhm.
right? And they have like kind of soft, comfortable looking shoes, not like, mechanic would wear like heavy boots or whatever. So they have kind of like comfortable looking shoes, and they go through all the hassle that they would normally not do. It's like 15 minutes to go through all the stuff they have to do to leave the server room to then have lunch outside. Like, what an inconvenient thing to do. Blow up a quarter of your lunch hour. Half of it, getting out and getting back in. But they do it. And they come and sit outside and are eating their sandwich. So, your power is not limited to touch, right?
Nope.
So you just need to be somewhat near them.
Okay.
So my highest is a pair of knights.
Okay. Do you want to re-roll?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Now, if you re-roll, the 9s are gone, right?
Yeah.
It's just whatever comes next. So it's willpower to re-roll. You can also spend willpower to boost the roll before you roll.
I think the 9s are meant to be, because that's another pair of 9s.
Okay, 2 by 9.
Like...
So I will say, given the, the security that we're talking about, that security system is probably going to be rolling 8 dice. So I just want to give you the opportunity to think about Sapna certainly would be aware of the strength of the security here. It's not going to be rolling wiggle dice or hard dice, but it's going to be rolling 8 dice.
Jason dice.
And my dice, 8 of my dice. So whatever that's worth.
Okay, fine. 2, 4, 6, 7. Is a pair of 10s or 3 9s going to be better in this situation?
The 10s.
Okay.
Because they'll have to get 4 10s to beat you.
Okay.
Whereas with the 9s, they only needed 2 10s or 4 9s, I guess. But does that make sense?
Yep.
Okay.
So
Now it's
Now I could
2
use
by
it.
10.
now I could use a Heather boost.
Okay.
Fine.
Are you gonna ask her for that? I want to know how that scene goes. Asking for help. Sapna asking for help.
Sapna's come a long way emotionally.
I agree.
Also, it's
So it's a little gay. So.
that was
Well, set the scene here. So you went, you kind of like lurked around where they were having lunch, zapped this card, you've made a copy in your pocket. Are you heading back to the hotel? Are you heading to wherever everyone, like maybe everyone's at the food court? Like, I don't know what everyone's doing today.
Hector would be with Sapna because nobody goes off alone.
Sure.
and also you're the one with the
You wanted to make sure that this
Yeah.
person came out and did what they were supposed to do. And
Well, his thought
didn't
would have been
notice
like if they
anything.
didn't
Yeah.
come out, it didn't work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and also you have to clear their
Oh yeah, the memory.
browser memory. history.
Sure.
Mm.
Well, the only thing they have to remember is that they went and had lunch outside for some weird reason. So,
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
yeah, you can like, clone that card from 100 yards away.
Yeah, I think when I get back, it's just like I go straight to our rooms.
Yeah.
And it's just
Yeah.
like, got it. This is a complicated little bitch. And it's
Just to complicate things, I'm saying we all got a suite. This is like a main room, and there's 2 bedrooms.
Oh yeah, Jason, how many beds are there?
There's a rollout. If you want to get a rollout, that's fine.
One bed in each room.
No, it's probably 2 big beds. That's it's Traveler Suite, you know.
Heather, do you still have more of a?
I do. Yeah. Are you feeling tired?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we can't have that.
I mean, it was like. I mean, it's never particularly easy, but that one was rough.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot on the line, and I imagine you're feeling pretty stressed. Does that seem accurate?
We meet my therapist.
Sure. Or your friends.
Yeah, I mean, obviously.
I mean, you know, you can rely on us. You can lean on us. Me.
Yeah, I'm just. Yeah, I know we can. Which is why I'm asking now.
Okay. Great.
God, I can't believe I actually had to say all that. Just give me the thing.
Let's
No one else had to do the thing.
Let's roll stability.
You just gave everyone else the thing.
Well, it was in the moment. She just realized she could do something.
Pair of fives.
What? Any other pairs or anything?
Ones.
Hmm. Okay. So the funny thing is I got 4 9s, but that means I don't have any other pairs. So it's a little bit off. So my plan for that was to do the difference. So you got 5s, I got 9s. You're gonna get 4 willpower back.
Okay.
So yeah, it's not as like potent as it seems like what everybody else experienced, but
That's the same as what Hector got.
Yeah,
certainly
Hector.
refreshing. Oh yeah. Not as transcendent as what
I'm just gonna assume that was a 6.
That's just what has to happen after a lot of conversations and a certain level of consent.
certainly. Okay. What's Chainsaw been up to today?
Looking after people who might fuck with us.
Okay.
I think I know. I was just thinking the same thing. I'm like, well, what is Chainsaw doing during all this? What would he do during all this stuff? And I think a lot of it has just been security systems,
Yep.
guard movements, like who they are, what they're carrying.
Sure.
It's just doing the things that he knows how to do.
Sure.
Because those are punch stuff and figure out what needs to be punched.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
That's fair. That's fair.
Mm-hmm.
Would any of the advertising be interesting to Chainsaw, or is he just so like past anything they might offer?
Chainsaw, he can get distracted.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Especially with like cool stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
Cybernetics
that's
and
when
all
you
that.
turn the TV on in the room. There's like your new life at Rise. You know, like all the because they're advertising to any traveler who could afford to stay at Rise is like an attractive prospect to the company.
Mm.
So, you know, they're putting stuff out there of like, you know, even our security guards who are lowly in other companies are well regarded within our ranks. And, you know, it's just like all kinds of stuff like this where they're like so egalitarian and fair and kind and,
Like pause on the security guards. I'm like, what are they carrying?
yeah.
These guys have implants. Like
They
how's
do.
that
You
working?
can see their and it even like the advertisement goes on to say we use this state of the art blaster, and you know our guards have the best armor that you know the technology and money can buy, and
Smart guns.
yeah, they have you know opportunities for you know as guards spend more time with the company will invest in them as well and make certain enhancements available to them and all that sort of stuff. So it is a strong sales technique. Give it more credit than I'm giving it.
Sure.
But yeah, it's a whole window into this world.
Yeah, and I think like Chainsaw was one of those guards back when he worked. He was in the when he was Alpha Patriot. And so he is very, very skeptical of all of that stuff. If anything, it really, really like
Yeah.
angers him and puts him on guard.
Yeah.
But he also takes it seriously as a like, these guys are not messing around. Like, they've got systems in there for targeting. They've got top of the line armor. So like, we need to make sure that if things go sideways, we take them seriously. They're not just, paper soldiers.
Is Kit in the room while Chainsaw's doing this research on the
Yeah.
TV?
I think so.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What's Kit been up to? Or just like hanging out?
I
And
think Kit's, truly just hanging out. I think they're very like, the information will come as it comes, which normally they're like really neurotic about this stuff, but I think it's like specifically that it's not their body powers, it's their lightning powers, that it's like, I don't really know how these work super well, so I've done what I can, and maybe a couple of times they while Chainsaw is watching, like you just watch Kit like disappear and then like reappear in front of the TV, and it's like
I was gonna say, you want to take a couple trips
Practicing
around
going
the circuits or something?
yeah. Uh-huh.
Or is that gonna like? Because they're definitely watching us, right?
well, you were told they're listening all
Right.
the time for sure.
Figure a lot of this stuff is probably going through
Yeah.
our mind connection, so they can't hear it.
Yeah.
Or if somebody put like a fake loop on or something.
Yeah, that's a possibility. You all tell me.
I mean, I can't imagine. This is me.
I would think that if this conversation is happening while Sapna and Hector are out, there's no mind chat for you guys.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you might be focused on that other thing. Yeah.
Yeah, so we might be needing to be careful in that regard.
Yeah, I think I'll wait on just debriefing until everybody gets back.
Cool.
Okay.
Good shit.
So at some
In the
point,
meantime, I'm like,
but you've been watching the TV and like trying to get information and you're doing your best to study that.
get one of those.
Yeah.
I could see Chainsaw too, just like watching it, getting all mad, and then he's like, "Oh, Mooneritos," and then like takes it by, and like, "Fuck," and just throws them all down.
So, sorry to put you on the spot, Enge.
Sure.
What is Chainsaw's tourist name?
Oh,
We need another name for Chainsaw.
sweet.
Mashup.
9 million names.
Saw Chain.
Hatchet.
I was gonna say Dennis.
Okay.
Kind of the first thing that came to my
Dennis.
head.
'Cause you're a menace.
Dennis
Well, I am a
Menace.
menace.
Yeah.
Dennis Menace.
Dennis. Minasse.
Dennis Menace.
Mhm.
It's Greek. All right. So about 20 minutes into you're trying to do some research, you're like actually fucking chilling out for once.
Doing so good.
Have you had anything to like drink or other stuff? Like there's plenty of substances available in the hotel.
I don't think so. I don't think Kit's much of an imbiber, because when you can feel everything happening
Unless
in your
it comes
body.
from Heather's body.
Yes, exactly.
Whoa.
Well.
What?
I mean, I was tempted to say that in this downtime, Kit was like, "What else do you have going on there?"
Yeah,
So
'cause,
that
I mean, you
also
can
might
also
have
like
been-
undrunkify yourself at pretty much any moment. So,
Totally, but I think it's also like a
undrunkify, sober.
if you could
can sober
feel,
yourself
if
up.
you could like feel your blood turning into blood alcohol content, it might not be as enjoyable for you to get drunk as
Sure.
other people.
Yeah.
So I think they just like probably stay away from that kind of stuff. But I do definitely think that they were like, "What's going on, Heather?" And then later came and just like popped down in like Chainsaw's room, and it's like, "Hey." So I think that's what they've been up to.
Yeah, I think like you and Chainsaw are out watching TV. Heather is like crashed out for a nap,
Mm-hmm.
and then these two are out doing the
Yeah.
thing,
Oh,
right? So
What do we talk about when it's not business? Like, what do we have in common that we like jaw about? Like,
Oh, yeah.
endlessly, like mindlessly.
Ooh, I think you're probably both into the same type of TV show.
Yes.
Yeah, I think you both watch like one of those procedural shows that's been going for like 14 fucking seasons, because for Kit it's what's on at the hospital, and at one point some wild scene happened that they were like, all right, I gotta figure that out. And you've just maybe been watching since like the first season.
I don't remember
like,
any of
General
them, but I've watched
Hospital
them
or
all.
something.
Yeah.
Yeah, like maybe the kind of stuff that you had started, if it's 14 seasons, like you had started watching while you were kind of laying low, and like hotel to hotel, and
Can
like
always-
it's on in every,
yeah.
you know.
Can always get that in a cafe in the middle of America.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Grey's
CIS
Anatomy.
Los Angeles, so bad. Why do they keep going?
yeah. Okay, cool. Or it's like, but yeah, okay. Anyway, you've got some background here, and I think at the point where like you're going through and like kind of like doesn't take you long to get whatever research you can out of these images, right? And you get this like soft sales pitch, whatever, from the ad. And Kit, you're kind of like looking through the resources of what the room has to offer. You're like, wait, there's a show that sounds a lot like doesn't this seem like our thing? Like it's even
It's like
that
the
actor's
opposite
doppelganger.
universe
Yeah,
of-
like
yeah.
like
Whoa.
oh, weird. That's wild. And there's a knock at the door. It's just like pop, 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 like not like bam, bam, bam,
Yeah.
and it doesn't come with room service. It's
Yeah.
just 3 knocks.
We get up and I imagine you
Don't
go to
get
the
it
door,
done.
but I like go. I'm behind. Yeah.
Like, God. Is there a people?
Yeah.
All right. People.
There
Digital
are
people.
2 security guards standing outside. Extremely good-looking security guards. Like so good-looking you would notice, right? Of like,
Suspiciously good-looking security guards.
yeah, they've got their their caps on, like it's sort of that soft baseball cap kind of thing. You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
And they're in their kind of gray and white uniforms. They're smiling, but it's like Brad Pitt and Charlize Theron, right? Like that level of like what?
Security guards. They're super hot. This is Dr. Light's baby. Can I help you?
Hey, so the guy is talking first. He's like, hey, really sorry to bother you, Mr. Manas. It just seemed like you might be interested in an opportunity. And, look, the system, it knows you're interested in our ads. And look, we're here. We've had a great term working here. And if you wanted to come by the station and just see like what we get up to, what it's like, a day in the life, I don't know how long you're on station for, but this could be a thing for you. Like, it's a great experience, and if you wanted to just like come take a tour or whatever, sorry to interrupt. They kind of like wave past you, and sorry to interrupt. We show up like this, like we're not even armed right now. They like open their jackets and but if you kind of wanted to see the armaments that we use, or you wanted like, just wanted to give you the opportunity to kind of see it for yourself and not just have to like stare through an ad, I talk to people who've actually done it,
Yeah. Mostly going through Chainsaw's head right now is how the fuck he's so good looking. How does that get made like in a human body? Wait, what? Oh yeah. I do have dinner with my companions tonight. How long is this gonna take?
Well, look, if you're tight for time, totally understand. You can come by tomorrow if you want.
I mean, I'd love to come by right now, but just for a little while.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, it's probably take about an hour to get through everything. We'll head over there, walk you through the, kind of the facility, what we have available, the gun range, all that kind of stuff is,
Your Chainsaw's heart started to race like,
just like
I do want to get the gun range. Hey, babe, can I get away? For an hour.
Can you get away for an hour? I think Kit is so shocked by both phrases that have just come out of your mouth, and so stares for a second, then goes, I mean, sure, if getting away is what you need to do.
Oh, that's amazing.
Oh God. This is all gone terribly wrong. Yeah.
No, go ahead. I'll be fine.
All right. I'm just curious about
The
guns.
Yeah, you're curious about a lot.
the guards exchange a sort of a like but also give you kind of a sheepish like, sorry, but like it's a good gig, you know.
Yeah, all right. Yeah. Let me just grab my jacket. I'll be right back. And I like shut the door and I'm like, I just want to see what they got going on in the security.
Oh,
Like,
I don't care. I don't know what just put this.
we're just instantly in a fight. Okay. Bye. And I kiss Kid on the cheek and go, what am I doing?
Who are you?
You're being observed.
Who am I?
I mean, you are certainly being observed.
Yeah,
So-
yeah, that's very fair. They know we've been watching ads.
And I like put on my new jacket, which I think is like a leather jacket, but it's got like, it's like black and red.
Mm-hmm.
And
Cool.
like not a racing jacket, but
But that's
it's
style,
kind of a racing
roughly,
jacket. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, and they bless you.
Day out.
They invite you down to their it's a glorified like hover golf cart. But you know, they hop in, they have you hop in the back, and off they go to the station. So
The entire way there. It's like, babe.
I mean, it's a good cover when you're like, you have not established a fake name. Good.
okay. Cool. So then when we come back, so Hector and Sapna come back with the card. You're still out. And then that's when you have your interaction with Heather, with a little like one-on-one conversation. So the four of you are at the apartment and maybe wondering where Chainsaw is.
Yeah, Hank went to go check out the security guard station.
Dennis.
Dennis. Hank is your doppelganger.
Yep.
Fuck. Oh, there's so many names.
That's fine.
Dennis
You
went
said
to check
Dennis.
out the
That's fine.
security guard station. Yeah. Which, you know.
Oh, and by the way, and
they-
now that you're both here, if we want to like loop a private conversation one way or the other, either like shutting out electronic surveillance or mind chat, the four of you can at least have that. I'm including Heather in that. You can speak freely.
Okay. Yeah, we were watching TV and he was looking at some ads and then they showed up and said, we've noticed you've been watching the ads, which was cool and normal.
Super normal, I guess.
Honestly, they listen to everything everyone says on the station. It makes
Yeah.
sense that they would have full ad tracking.
Yeah, it's just, you know.
Ah, damn it. Should have had them show up with cookies.
Oh
It's tracking cookies.
my god.
Missed the opportunity.
Uh,
You know what? They did show up and they left a plate of cookies when you left.
There you go.
So, like, there you go. Welcome to the station.
Don't eat those. They got microchips.
Here's
in
your
them.
plate of cookies.
They're tracking cookies.
They did bring cookies. Me too.
Me three?
I mean, it works out, right? But also, Sapna really doesn't understand why anyone is surprised that this happens.
it's not like so much surprising as it is just continually freaky. You know? No? Just me?
Uh,
Right.
I'm just gonna loop chat in on this one. It's this bubble true. Kit tells everyone Dennis is out having a threesome with the guards. Heather, oh, and how does everyone feel about threesomes? Just, but I mean, anyone's
Taking a
thoughts.
poll?
For
Yeah.
no reason in particular.
What a weird thing, right? Or is it weird? I don't know.
Yes.
Okay, thank you for that. Perfect. All right, so the four of you have a key card. You have a guard who's none the wiser. I mean, a worker who's none the wiser. And so we'll be able to access that building at some point. What all do you want to be doing in the time that it takes? The hour that you guys get back. Chainsaw has about half an hour left on the estimated time to take the tour. What all are you doing with your time? What's that look like? We go down to the pool with, just hang out in here. Don't touch anything. Don't talk. Don't just sit still.
I mean, that's suspicious in itself, you know?
Yep.
Jesus Christ. I'll go down to the pool if people want to go hang out.
We might be able to hear some cool conversation. You know?
I mean, it feels like the perfect thing to do. Go down,
Nothing
relax, enjoy the amenities while we're here.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Nothing bad ever happens on a pool day.
Nope.
I mean, I'm just saying, like, why bother paying for all this if we're not going to use it?
Sure.
That's a very good point.
All right. So their indoor pool facility does have a simulated sun thing, and there's some area where you can lay out. There's two sections where there's a chill out pool, and there's a wave pool where you can surf or whatever. So that's all happening there. But let's check out the guard station. So the area that you go to, first of all, they're making polite chit chat all the way over. There is a calculation that you can tell me how it works out. But one of them, so they're both sitting in the front and you're kind of in the back middle or whatever, right? You're not locked into a thing. It's an open,
Right.
There's no doors on it. But you're all just chit-chatting and, hovering along. Yeah, thank you. I can never make that noise appropriately. But cart's cruising along and they're chit-chatting, talking about their jobs a little, but one of them is going to turn around and put their hand on your knee. Which one would be the most effective one according to their research and data?
Oh my God.
Between Charlize and Brad Pitt.
Yeah,
I mean, Charlize just glows.
she does. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, at some point she turns around, puts her hand on your knee, and just says look, again, really sorry if we caused any strife at the, with your group, but I think you're going to be really impressed with what we're doing here.
Yeah. No, I think it's gonna be fine. It's how the fuck?
So have you done any kind of security work before, or?
Not here.
Sure, yeah. You're from the inners? Yeah.
Yeah. Little bit of protection stuff. Yeah.
Okay.
Which is why I was so taken by the technology you have and you use and all that.
Yeah, well, that's, I think you're going to be impressed. So anyway, I'm going to fast forward a little bit.
Right.
They walk you through. There are much more normal looking people when you go into the station, just regular people doing their jobs, right? But when these two sort of parade you along, everybody stops what they're doing and whoop, the happy face goes on and they're like, hey, how's it going? Dennis, all this stuff of it's not weird that they know your name, but it's a little weird how enthusiastic everyone is.
I think I went to a job interview at this place once.
Yeah.
Oh God. Jeez. Can just one person say, hey, what's up?
they walk you through. There's a whole section of like this like incredible training facility, like gym and weights and like all that. The woman even talks about like how nice the shower facility is. Wink. And then they move on.
I can't fuck the security.
It's just, I mean,
Oh.
the door is open.
Stay on mission. Stay on mission.
But they take you back to the gun range. There's all this stuff they have. There's like the blasters that you saw in the ad, and then there are these like great big energy rifle looking things, and there's a whole VR setup so that you can try out their like mounted weapons and vehicle weapons and all that kind of stuff. They will let you play with any of that you want to. So I don't know. Would
Definitely give everything a look and see how it fires and
Sure,
like
yeah.
its capabilities and yeah, because I just want to get a good sense of what we might be up against.
Okay, so what I want you to do, you're not actually using your blaster power, but I want you to roll your blaster power -2.
Mm. Oh, wait, what? That's not how many willpower I have. Old character sheet, but it had all my names on it. So
Oh yeah,
I'm gonna throw a willpower into rerolling.
here's a whole extra page just for the names.
Yeah,
You got it.
pair of fours.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
All
This the long rifle that they have is on par with what your blasts can do.
Ooh,
Maybe it can't do as sustained, or maybe like it's hard to know exactly how it would be different, but like you're getting a sense of like what you're hitting down range, and first of all the range of it, how hard it's hitting, you know, how easy it is to fire this weapon, and you're like, it's not that different from your like Citadel blasts.
cool. The other thing I want to discern is just kind of how their ranks work. So if I were to try to get maximum disruption,
Yeah. So these two are
and I can roll leadership if you want. Pretty good
Oh
leadership.
yeah, actually that's good. Let's roll leadership. That's a good idea. Although match it with, so the total dice under leadership are gonna say that's the wrong person. Hold on a second.
Yeah.
Your leadership is normally matched with command,
Mm-hmm.
but I want to match it with sense. So you've got a, let's see.
Oh.
So your leadership dice, you have 2 dice in leadership and a wiggle die.
Yeah,
So-
it says here 6 dice.
Yeah. So 2 and a wiggle plus your sense, which is 5. So you're going to roll 7 dice with a wiggle. Plus a wiggle.
7 dice and wiggle.
Woohoo.
I mean, yeah, I'm gonna throw in the willpower.
Okay.
Should be way better than that. So, wow.
You want to roll my dice?
Yes. Throw in another willpower.
Sure.
Jesus. And another willpower. One more. This is the last one.
Oh no.
There we go. It was like 1s, 2s, 4s. This is 4 9s.
Oh yeah, great. So you've got a very clear sense of how this place works. You're talking to recruitment officers. The woman is a captain, and he is her like subordinate by a level or two. Sorry. And that is pretty common in, like, there are a lot of squads. There are a lot of captains, so like what they call captains, right? Where they'll be in 2 or 3 person squads, and they work pretty independently. As in, like, they don't run around 20 people at a time, right? That sort of thing. But their structure is relatively independent. They are highly trained in the sense of, like, tactics and things that they want to approach. Like, if you hop into their VR thing for a minute, you can see right away the, like, level of, like, tactical commands and things that they have available as it's, like, running you through a simulation. And you're actually scoring really well because you understand the tactical commands that or cues that they're trying to give you. And of course, the recruitment officers are like, "Oh my God, that's like the best score we've ever seen." You know, just really laying it on.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, whatever you want to know about how these guys operate is at your disposal. So, yeah, I mean, you can ask questions later if you want, or if there's something specific you want to know right now. They're an open book.
Yeah, I think that's generally it. But oh, you know, they're mad. I gotta get back.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. Also, no, you'll have a 3 die bonus if we need to roll dice about tactics or like manipulating guards or something like that. You'll have an extra 3 dice for the duration here until you become like a known enemy.
Right.
Then also a thing from the firing range as well. The reason why they can fire these massive weapons in here, their force field technology is very sturdy. Like, their force fields are stopping the heavy rifle at the end of the firing range, so it's not blasting through the wall or whatever.
Yeah.
And that is an important detail to have.
Yeah.
That their force fields are stopping that.
Okay. Right. Thanks for the brochures.
The old ball and shade.
Yeah. Exactly. I gotta, you know, they call. You gotta answer. So.
Well, good luck. And then Charlize Theron, playing herself, says, and you know, look, I am really sorry about that. If you need a place to stay later, let me know.
Okay. Yep. Thank you. I will let you know.
We take care of each other here. You know, it's a real kind of family outfit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Homewreckers in the home doesn't even exist.
They wouldn't have used the word family, but sure. Yeah.
All right. So we'll resume with everyone back at the hotel.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Of course, you come in and find everyone in the pool. Anything we need to recap? I mean, I assume no one's hiding information, so
No.
that's fine.
Yeah, I definitely like these. Security here is no joke. But also good news. This force field is really top of the line.
Okay. Well, welcome back, sweetheart.
I'm so sorry. I panicked.
We should all probably establish, just make sure that all of us remember our names. Our human names.
What is your totally human name?
My totally human name is Esteban.
Esteban.
Tim.
Some call me Tim.
Tim.
Sapna's
Esteban,
currently going by
Tim.
Hrithik because if I'm gonna be a star,
Yep.
Awesome.
uh,
How do you spell that?
HRITHIK, and if anyone wants a fun time to
Awesome.
look some stuff up, Hrithik Roshan is a action
Hello?
star, an action star,
Oh,
and
I actually spelled that right.
I'm just saying. Is
Man.
that what Sapna looks like right
Oh my.
Oh damn.
Okay. Look.
now? I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
I understand why Heather asked the question that she
Okay. So, we will assume we're caught up on all that information. We have a path forward. All right. The Rise Corp is, as far as you know, not aware of your impending plan. You have a card. You have the ability to replicate some retinas if you even want to do that. How would you like to proceed?
Okay. We kind of know where things are, right?
Mm-hmm.
We have a key card.
So we're gonna be tracked. We can just assume that that's happening.
Mm-hmm.
You get into the security system once we get to the building and just show them pictures like nothing's going on.
Yeah, can you just like
Try
blank us out?
from all the security everywhere.
Well, you know, as we go by them.
I could try.
I mean,
It would be difficult, but not impossible.
I mean, might as well start heading towards dinner.
You could.
Listen, I know.
All right. So the other thing is, if you like to whatever degree, if you want to teleport somewhere that you can see, like through a window
Right.
or something like that, totally fine. To me, the issue of, and nobody's asked this, but if you wanted to just teleport down to the place, the issue there is you don't really know where you're going, and
I might
Would I have
teleport
lifted
into
that?
ground.
yeah,
Would I have
or
lift-
out the bottom of the station. So
I want to say that the guy's name that we took the badge from is Simon.
okay,
I don't know why Simon says.
okay,
But would I have got the path, like his walking path,
yeah, you could pull that.
so that I would give that to Kit?
Yeah, and the time that Sapna was cloning the card, you could
Mhm.
have like done a little like fishing for the
Mhm.
most recent thoughts and all that. Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So if we can get ourselves to the start of that path, probably can get us the rest of the way. I could try.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Because the other thing is, if you make it through, get to the server room, at that point it would be very easy for you to pop back out to the street, pop back into the like, however you want to do at that point, you know
Sure.
where it is.
The only
right?
thing I'm worried about is like if I pop in and somebody's there and is like, "What the fuck?" Then like
Then
we're pretty much
yes.
made,
Yes.
you know.
But if you
So,
can get there on foot, you can get out very easily.
yes.
What? How many dice do you have in the power? Well, it doesn't
Good
matter.
question.
Like 5 stories
4,
is
I think. Yeah.
what?
Not
s-
5.
75 feet or something. Like,
Yeah.
hold on.
Hold on.
How
That was
tall is 5 stories? Oh yeah, 55 to 75 feet.
yeah. I have
Um,
5 dice in the power.
Okay. So, that's well within
Yeah.
20 meters.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Scary. Okay. So let's go. And I think we head to like maybe the beginning of that point of that route
Mhm.
that you know.
Well, technically, I think we all know it now because I'm like, oh, here's the
That's
info.
true. You gave the
Yeah.
information to us. Yeah. And where is the beginning of that route?
Well, it'd be the front door.
Front door.
Right. This
Okay.
tech goes in to the front, scans their stuff.
So my concern currently is that if we just try to walk over to that building that has nothing to do with our cover identities,
I mean, it's not weird to be in the street if you're like just taking a tour of the facility.
Mm-hmm.
That's not weird.
Okay. So we're here. We arguably don't want to loiter for very long because passing by it is one thing, but staying there is another.
Yeah.
Do we want to use the card to go in, or should I just try to visit us?
I think we should. I think the highest level of from 0 to oh shit is going to be the visit.
Okay. So we should do that.
If
The cause alarm.
Yes.
Yeah. If
Just to
you
disappear from
show
the
up down
street.
there and there's somebody in there,
Yeah.
that could be problematic. Yeah.
Yeah. Very true.
Now you also like you could try to extend your telepathy down to see like who's moving around or whatever.
Mhm.
That's something you could try to extend your tech awareness into their security.
I mean, I have.
our kid can sense
Well,
bodies,
I have
right?
It's true, I can.
9 dice in. Sorry, I just had to count. So I should be able to hear if anybody's down there right now.
Yeah, you could roll that as well. Yeah.
Okay.
Sapna can do that, and then I guess I would like to get an idea of like maybe how many bodies are in the building, like how
Mhm.
many people we're dealing with.
Yeah.
If there was
Let's
a red
roll it.
alert.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Let's do a little reconnaissance.
Find out
Heights
how many
better
dead
than
bodies
that?
are in that
Yeah.
building.
Then it's 3 tens.
Okay. Hang on to that for a second. Just want to get everyone's roll.
Something just occurred to me that I would have wanted to figure out while I was back in security.
Too late, buddy.
Oh no!
Shit.
No, I'm flashing back. You can't stop me.
I got you.
You said they've got captains and small squads, like little fire teams, right? Do those captains get like their orders from somebody?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, there's like a central command or whatever. Yep.
Okay, so that's something I would pass on to be like, if something happens, they get their orders from, up on high. So maybe we could give them orders to make them get away from us or whatever.
Is there a security office on that floor?
Downstairs. I can't get, let's see. Yeah, if you wanted to check that guy's memory, yeah, there's a guard outside the elevator when you arrive on that floor. That tech has not seen sub-levels 1 through 4.
Mm-hmm.
They're only
Right,
allowed to
right.
go to 5. But when they get out of the elevator, they have to scan again. They're actually annoyed about it because they're like, how would I have gotten this far if I'm not supposed to be here? This is stupid.
I
Yeah.
feel seen.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So there is a guard on the floor. Well, in the memories, there's a guard on the floor. So I think maybe zapping there, maybe, because us walking through this building when we're not supposed to be there, they're not going to know. We're going to use somebody else's badge. Right?
I mean, it could be all about confidence, or they could flag us immediately as people don't belong there.
Right.
Well, we have one badge.
Right.
In terms of like getting through the building legitimately, if you looked like that guy.
That's true. I could look like I'm just, taking some people on a tour, I guess. A really in-depth tour.
Would they be allowing somebody to tour down to that level, security-wise?
I have no idea, but I think it would at least be.
Telepath might be able to convince them they are.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And
That
I
is
think it
true.
would at least be more believable than, at least on a camera, because,
Mhm.
if they're watching, if they're listening, like, at least being the guy would be more believable. I rolled 4 10s on my figuring out the amount of people in this place.
Okay. You rolled 3 10s to listen. You were doing a telepathy check, or what was it you wanted to do?
I think he would have. No, actually, I think he doesn't. Hector doesn't think he needs to make a roll, honestly, or because I think it would be more like he's done what he could. Now it's like we just need to figure out where people are,
Yeah.
and then whatever influence he needs to do will be during the actual thing.
Sure. Yeah, so this building is pretty dedicated to like data management, right? And there is some like research and development in the building. It is not the like building where the CEO hangs out, you know, but it's like 10 stories tall above ground, 5 stories below, 2 stories listed, right? And then 3 more. The building overall has hundreds of people in it, right? But if you just go like, okay, I don't need to know about up there, right? Just the, it's middle of the day.
Actually, can I take back?
Yeah.
Hector wants to create a mental link with Simon that he can just pull memories. So when Kit is going through the building as Simon, and she needs some sort of like memory recall, Hector can just give it to Kit.
They might have better luck giving, if you've like been in Simon's brain, Kit might have better luck just giving you the face of Simon.
Or who physically represents Simon, or we could just, I don't know, Hector does.
Because if you've got all those memories, then, why not say them?
Yeah, that's probably the best, is like making you physically look like Simon means you don't have to keep concentrating on it. You know almost everything that Simon knew. And on camera, you'll look like Simon, which, is better in the long run. And if we just schedule this for when Simon is taking lunch break again or something, because if it's in the middle of the night and Simon's not supposed to be there, that's weird, right? But if Simon, for some reason, is taking another lunch break outside, that's also, like, you all could keep an eye on him, and, you could have an easier time impersonating him. You'd also have a pretty clear idea of, like, how long you have.
Could you? And is it a new day right now, or is it nighttime right now?
Well, I assumed you were going to go the next day
Okay.
when Simon's going to have a lunch break.
Cool.
So he could come out for lunch. You could give Simon some like stomach thing. And then
Rude.
Mild food poisoning.
yeah, and then if he tries to call whoever, Sapna could intercept the call and be like, yeah, you're off the rest of the day, and then I roll in.
Sounds good.
Works.
Simon looks like Simon Pegg.
Yep.
Yes.
Oh,
Great.
yes.
And then we're gonna hit up the Winchester till it all blows over.
Yeah, perfect. Okay. So we're changing. All right. Now, since we're going for verisimilitude, I'm gonna have you roll your biokinesis.
Very real.
And I'm gonna roll the security system versus that. Security system gets 8 dice.
I'm gonna reroll.
Okay.
I got natural 10s that time, so I got an extra willpower anyway. So why not?
Okay.
That's better. 3 10s.
3 10s. Okay, so I would need 5 10s to defeat that. So I'm gonna roll the dice right now and not tell you what I get. I'm
Sure.
just like doing it so that I'll have it in my notes.
Sure.
So I'm just gonna put this over here.
Insight check.
Interesting. Okay.
I'm sure everything will be fine.
But if I just spent like 3 more minutes typing over here, like,
You're just shaking your head.
what is happening?
What the hell?
Jason's writing a new plot point.
Yep.
Sorry, I got started on my book, everybody.
Simon's,
You are all gonna die. That's
Simon's
really
ability as a
inspired me.
mage awakens. And a vampire. He's a mage vampire.
Oh shit.
And werewolf.
with werewolf tendencies.
Werewolf who's gay.
Yep.
Therefore,
that's-
a fae.
So given, I guess.
Mm.
Amazing.
All right. So, yeah, you make him look like Simon.
Awesome. We're heading that way. I guess I give the real Simon a tummy ache.
Okay. Yeah. Simon, real Simon, heads for the nearest restroom.
Uh-huh.
And you have, probably about 30, 40 minutes tops. Because like,
No, 'cause,
you
like,
also,
the-
like, you're trying to
Hector-
make Simon not feel so sick that he's immediately going to call out, right?
Right.
That's the
Like,
thing.
I'm going home.
Well,
But
that's what
also-
Hector is saying, is that if he called out from like the bench or whatever, Sapna could intercept it, so the call never technically happens.
Oh. Well, that would be a dice roll.
Mm-hmm.
How bad do we want the tummy ache to be? Bad enough to go home?
I think that Simon's the kind of guy who, if he gets a tummy ache, he's like, this is a perfect excuse.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. I'm out.
Yeah.
I'm out.
I gotta go.
I'm gonna go
Like,
home
no,
and
it's
play
not,
Xbox.
Like, evil, but it's like I'd be thinking about it all day, you know.
Yeah.
And then it's another 15 minutes to get back down there.
Exactly.
With a tummy ache.
Yeah.
There's not a bathroom on that floor.
Yep.
It's a whole mess. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I just want to roll to intercept that call.
Yes.
Again, this is gonna have
Brilliant.
to bypass
I love
the
this.
Wi-Fi
Yeah.
security. So rolling my security dice.
It's perfect.
The weepy.
Everything hinges on this one tummy ache.
But you'll know right away if you succeed. Oh, that's a loose. That's fine.
Currently, I have a pair of 10s.
You have to decide if you want to keep that before I announce anything.
Oh, I don't get to know your width.
No. Oh, I have two of a kind.
And how many do you need to break my...
Oh, right. Because yes, you're right. Never mind. I would need four of a kind to break here. Yeah. I have 2 10s, but that's the tie goes to the attacker is pretty much what we've been doing. So,
Great.
The aggressor or whatever.
Whatever.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You play the part of Simon's supervisor, and off he goes. Simon's going home. But Simon's actually going back to work.
Mhm.
Dun dun dun.
So committed.
All right. So you head into the building.
Mhm.
Everyone else we're just waiting outside, right? Right? Am I understanding the plan correctly?
Oh, I thought we
Oh,
were all
I thought
going
we
in.
were going on
Yeah,
a tour.
the tour.
Oh, Simon is taking you all on a tour.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. Thank you. Then what's Heather doing?
Coming on the
tour.
5 of you go into the building.
Oh, that's right. I was going to ask earlier, what is Heather's totally real human name?
Oh yeah.
Jennifer.
Yeah, that.
Nice.
Jen.
Jen.
It also occurred to me that
Jen with 2 N's.
nobody knows our names here, so we could just use our regular names, but this is way more fun.
No, because they might know our real names because we were at the outer stishel or whatever the
Yeah.
outer stishel was.
Yeah, they
As our
do
stuff.
have files on you.
Fair enough.
That's why you had to change your face,
Mm-hmm.
right? So, like, if Frank McKenzie shows up, that's probably flagged.
That's possible, I guess.
Mank for Kenzie.
They'll never see me coming. Okay, so
I really like Mank.
make McKenzie.
Going on the list.
Yep.
Yes. We're in.
You've heard of the man with no name.
The man with-
Introducing the man with every name. All right. You head into the sliding glass doors. There's another little puff of air, and when you enter the building, this building is perfectly at 1 atmosphere, right? Outside is a little bit light. In here, perfectly controlled, 1 atmosphere. It is this perfect mix. Actually, Heather says like, oh, it's this is like a scientific combination of like 1 part cucumber water smell and 2 parts lemon and 5 parts what it's like
So pleasant.
it's like designed in a lab to be a pleasant place to work but not be sleepy, and it's like eerie. Of like you feel more alert in the building, but it's not, you've not been drugged, right?
Right.
It's like psychosomatic,
All
like
natural.
all these little like triggers in your body.
Love it.
Um,
Hate it.
So, you go through, you have to, Simon, you have to explain to the first guard. So you go in these doors and there's like several, like, really nice, the kiosk or like the thing you walk through at the subway, right? It doesn't have a turnstile bar on it, but you're supposed to walk through and like slide your card on the thing and you just keep going. And it, 99% of the time it's just bing and off you go. And Simon's explaining that he's leading a tour today. So this guard is, looks like, he's like, what? We don't do tours? But what do you want to do about that?
He's gonna have him remember that there was some sort of byline that they're allowed tours.
Right.
Right.
And I'm starting today.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Tell me.
It's like, oh, sometimes for VIPs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That these 2 couples are here, and they're looking to find jobs.
Okay. Brent. There's 2 couples. There's only 1 dude.
Ultra's me.
No, fuck this
Just-
guy.
just-
Yeah, no,
Go
we're not.
see.
With blown out eardrums.
Yeah, no, we're not doing that.
Oh my god.
Brent is evil. He's not a monster. Okay, so let's roll that. I'm gonna roll Brent's prodigious stability. 5
Oh
dice,
wait,
baby.
technically Tim is dude question mark. So
Sure.
even if,
Well, Brent wasn't sure.
and also, it's couple and couples. So,
Oh, sure, yeah.
according to
No, we're not doing any of the
no,
heteronormative
just
bullshit.
joking.
Even for the villains.
Exactly.
Yeah, take that. Single 9 as my best roll.
Woo!
Sweet.
What'd you get? Anything?
4 9.
Yep, that'll do.
Go, Brent.
Brent's like, oh, yeah, I remember. Welcome. It's so nice to have all of you here today. And I assume he's supposed to, like, give guest badges? Or, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So he hands out the... So I'm so sorry. I was supposed to do these earlier. I just... But then it takes, like, 3 seconds. Like, bing, bing, bing,
Yeah.
bing. Then it just, like,
Thank you
prints
so
out
much,
badges.
Brent.
Yeah.
Very much appreciated.
Yeah, if you are offered a survey at the end, that I'm sure my name will be on there. So
I'm sure I'll remember it till then as well.
yeah,
Is Chainsaw doing a cover on a cover?
Yep.
My dresses look like you're going as the guy you came as.
Brent doesn't notice.
Here
I
we
already
go.
started.
You all sign in because these are badges that Brent made for you. They are not
Thank
fakes.
you, Brendan.
One of your badges is a fake, though.
Yeah.
So we're gonna roll off now. All right. So I have my security. Wait, this is the right number of dice. Okay. Do you want to roll your tech power?
I did already.
Oh yeah. What did you get?
You have to roll 4 10s.
Oh, that's right. The 4 10s. Jesus Christ. Was it 3 10s?
It was 4 10s.
It was
That's
9
what you
10s.
told me.
I thought I had to get 5 10s to beat it. I was pretty sure.
Oh, okay. If you say so.
I think that's. Hold on. What did I write down?
Good.
The card strength here says 2 by 10.
Right. Well,
And you told me you needed 4 10s.
4 10s, yeah.
Oh
Yes,
yeah.
that's
I
what-
need
yeah.
4 10s. I thought you were saying you had 4 10s.
Nope.
Okay.
I was saying
Yes.
you told me you needed 4 10s to beat the thing that I got,
Okay.
which I don't remember anymore.
It's 8 loose dice. There's no way I could get 4 10s.
Jesus.
No, I did get 2 10s.
Nice.
And 2 8s. And 2 6s. Whatever. It's pairs
Dice
all the way
decided to
down.
roll
Yeah.
like my dice.
Yeah. But that's fine. The system just bloop, it's, Simon, welcome back. Whatever. It's you're in. All right. So the 5 of you are proceeding
We're in.
through the hallway. Who are you telling? Heather asks.
Everyone.
In the break chat.
Yeah.
Why are you whispering? All right. I meant to give you so you were listening earlier, right? And you can hear a fair amount of again, it was sort of like what Kid experienced. There's hundreds of people here, right? But you sort of direct your hearing down into the ground. And even trying to focus now that you're in the building and trying to push a little bit further, you have trouble hearing past the first 2 floors. Kit, you also have trouble detecting. Now, it might be there's just nobody down there, but it feels weird.
Ugh.
So
I don't like when things feel weird.
that's what I need to give you. What I also want to establish too is the telepathy power that you've been using. You were not contacting Simon while he was in the server room, right? You had him like programmed to come back out when you wanted him to come back out. And now that we're all sort of talking about this in the moment, and we can flashback or do whatever you need to do, right? This is not a gotcha moment, but like I want you to be aware, like the times where you've tried to reach down past those first couple basement levels, it's gone a little like just kind of nowhere. And either there's nobody down there or there's something wrong with reaching past that barrier. So
I have something to like turn down powers down there. I'm gonna be very put out.
well,
I
you
mean-
all have stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
I
the
know.
thing is that
I mean, like
it's not like they're turning down our powers; they're shielding.
Yeah, like you know how there can be rooms where there's like dampening and that makes your powers weird sometimes.
We need to figure out which one it is, hopefully, or just how to turn it off.
Okay. I don't know what to do about it now.
I don't know either, but
Yeah.
We're gonna find out.
Figure it
'cause,
out when we
like,
get there.
chainsaw and I could get punchy.
Hmm.
Put 'em up.
All right.
Let's go.
All right. Let's you make it through the hallway. This is not a building with like a receptionist and all that kind of stuff. It's you get past the guard station and there is like a little like break room, locker room, restroom kind of thing like right away where you could like get a cup of coffee, change it, you put on your lab coat, whatever nerds. Whatever nerds do.
Not that any of us would know.
But otherwise, it is a straight hallway to a bank of elevators. There are offices on this floor. And it's just each door has like a set of numbers outside it, and that's it, right? All the doors on this floor start with 100, and end of story. You get to the elevator. The elevator is marked, 1 to 10. The ground floor is 1. Like it's supposed to be, Europe. And then there are buttons for S1 and S2, and that's all that's on there on the button panel. Until Simon, you're supposed to like just wave your card, and then these like only one. There's like space for S3 and S4, but then below that just S5 lights up. You're like, I wonder if there's a S3 or S4. But sub-levels, your sub-level 5 lights up and you're able to push the button for that. Okay. Yeah, we're good.
Mm-hmm.
All right. What do you have?
Guns.
Oh, okay. Cool. Fine. I just want to know. The elevator descends. It's relatively quick. and like quick enough that you're like, whoa, that that's not like normal office buildings. Elevators are really slow.
Yeah.
This is, but also that means like just within a couple seconds you can feel the impact on your powers, right? As you descend, your always on powers are not, and most of the sensation of your powers is gone. Your hearing is all like tinny and weird compared to what you normally do for yourself. Your passive telepathy is shut off. Your awareness of bodies is all shut off. And when you reach for any kind of like telekinesis or anything, like it's just whoop. So there is a mechanical component to this in that your powers are operating at a -10 penalty.
Holy shit.
Which means you can spend willpower to get over that. However, that means if your power is 7, you have to overcome the -3 to get into positive dice. Okay? So, it is not a binary, well, fuck you, you don't have your powers.
Yeah.
It's a soft fuck you.
Yeah.
Or maybe you just don't need your powers right now.
Not yet.
That could be, but you step out of the elevator. There is another guard. Oh. Enge, high or low?
Oh, hi.
Okay, you get to choose. Is this guard someone you met yesterday? Brent was not.
Right. Nope.
Okay. So this guard's name also Brent by weird coincidence. No relation.
Brant.
It's just Brent with like a little
Two
tilde
ends.
over the E or something. Yeah.
Oh yeah, the accent on the E. Brent. Like
Brent.
how else would you accent that? All right. So you are all experiencing this like deadening field of whatever it is that's going on down here. It's disturbing, it's upsetting, it's however you interface with that. But you also are aware vaguely that you could push through this with the right
I
application
like
of
the
will.
vibe of when you're having a dream and like you can run, but it's like,
Uh,
oh, you're running
Yes,
in yellow.
yes,
and
that's really accurate. Oh, I have that dream a lot, actually.
That's
Yeah.
the worst.
So upsetting. H Brent. More like E Brent.
I just need one moment where both Heather and Sapna look at Kit and it's like, yeah, this is why. This is why.
Why
We
what?
made you agree to start sleeping.
I am tired.
But you're not hallucinating.
Kit pouts for a second.
Yeah.
Stupid being right, people.
Being right quite a bit.
These out-of-towners are weirdos. What are they talking about? Sleep.
Yeah,
So-
I think it's all just looks.
I
It's,
know.
yeah, it's literally.
And mind chat. Oh no, we don't have mind chat now.
Mm.
Yeah, that's worth noting as well.
Mhm.
Unless you want to push real hard to be able to whisper something secret in your mind.
I like tacos.
Yeah,
7 willpower.
yeah.
So when we showed up here, my Citadel powers turned into guns.
Yeah.
And do they work?
I mean, you still have guns in your pocket.
No, I'm just kidding.
I guess they just jam a lot.
Hmm.
You just have to work real hard to make them shoot anything.
Yeah.
Okay. Normal.
Um,
Wow.
So Heather, like,
What is my strength?
oh, that's bad. Yeah. Let me. How much of it is
Hyper.
hyper? Your body. 2 of those dice and the wiggle die. So your strength is 3 right now,
Hmm.
as opposed to 5, 6, really.
Oh my god.
Um,
We're the same.
yeah. Okay. Then Heather. Well, I'm not gonna get into that yet. Okay.
Oh.
So who's doing? Simon, you're kind of leading the charge here.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Go up and talk to Brent.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
No relation.
Actually, you know what? We're just gonna walk like we own it. Just
Yeah.
walk to the server room.
Yeah, there's a little scan thing just like
Yeah.
there was upstairs. You just bing, bing, bing,
Mhm.
bing. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yep, they already passed security, so
Mhm.
that's fine. No, this is weird. This is weird for Brent. So, yeah, he stops and he says, "Wait, Simon, who are all these people? There's nobody on the list for today."
These are from IR. It was a surprise inspection.
Okay, let's roll live.
I don't have that skill, Alex.
So
Oh.
how much is your charm? I think is what it is.
Yep.
My charm is gonna start spending willpower.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
I
you
need to spend 2
You can spend willpower to add dice to the roll.
or to use my power.
Oh, do you want to use your power?
Yeah, let's see how many willpower I can burn.
Okay, so what is your total telepathy power?
8.
8. So you are at -10. So you need to buy, like, if you buy 10 dice,
I'll get you 8, right?
But
yeah.
I only need to
Well-
buy 4 because 3 wiggles and 1. Or how do I?
Well, no, all of that is minused. Yeah, you have no dice in the power currently.
No, but how does the dice get?
How did it come
Yeah.
back? Once you
Yeah.
start
They
spending?
come back wiggle first, right? Because they leave.
No.
wiggle
They
last.
come back with those wiggle dice are just gone, right? You're buying dice in the power, right?
Oh,
And so if you spend 4 willpower, you can get yourself a wiggle die, right? But you have no dice in the power. And those dice aren't coming back. You are buying dice on top of your dice pool, which is
Gotcha.
minused currently. Does that make sense, everybody?
Yeah, makes sense.
Feels like Hector might die. No willpower.
Don't do that.
It's okay. So 2 to get to 10. Fuck it, he'll spend 10. So he rolls 8 dice, right?
Just 8 loose dice.
It's a base. Whoa.
Normal.
Please give me a match.
Matchmaker.
3 8s.
Okay, I'm gonna roll
So
my
then I'm at 1 willpower because I got to spend 3 to make it
rolling
work.
my wait, where is it? Scrutiny, I think.
I'll burn a base will.
Wait, are you doing something more with that roll? Or are you?
No, I just need will because I'm at 1
Oh,
after all this.
yeah. Okay. And what was your total roll?
3 8s.
Oh, that's pretty good. I got a pair of 8s. Was my best roll.
Mhm.
So yeah, your lie hits. You see him. Now, what was it you'd said exactly?
That they're from IR.
Right. So yeah, he's like sits up straighter. He's like, oh yeah, of course. Surprise inspection. Totally understand. I'm happy to. He like gets up out of his desk. And-
Simon goes, please sit back down. They can't be bothered.
Well, I have to secure the floor for IR, so I need to lock the elevator. And like, I'll just give you for free, like, that's pretty normal procedure.
Okay.
And for
Yeah.
him to not do that would be like a new roll. Now you,
Sure.
like, for the scene, you have 8 dice, right?
Mhm.
Like, it's,
And also, like, we're not planning on leaving by elevator, so should be fine.
Our exit strategy is different.
I mean, I can still do it. I can do it.
We can do it. Okay, we can do it.
and we're not quitters.
We're not quitters. All right.
Yeah. All right. So he gets up and he takes he has a card like yours, and then he has this other like thing on a like a
Lanyard.
like a retractable, but it's like a little hard round key looking thing. He like scans the door and then like turns a physical lock in the elevator door, and the door like goes red, and it's like, you know, in lockdown. And he turns it, kind of just like stands at parade rest. He looks like he's never really done this before, but like practiced it. It was like, I think I'm supposed to do that. Like,
What if
okay.
they came?
Let me know if you need anything, or should I come with you, or you know.
Adherence to your job has been noted.
Do we look like we need further assistance from you?
No, of course not. No, I'm sorry.
Tommy gives this look like, don't get me fucked over right now, dude.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. He just takes his spot in front of the elevator and is waiting patiently for you to come back out.
Okay.
And beyond his station is like, you're basically in a little room, right? As you get out of the elevator, there's a room with his little like desk, and then a door, like just a big metal door that you need to swipe your card to get through. You open up, let everybody through, and you walk into a room that is essentially an airlock, and there's another door on the inside of that. You open that one up, and you are just immediately in like 0 degree, like very cold environment. Okay, like 0 Fahrenheit, not Kelvin or something, right? Like, and you're all frozen and you're dead.
Fell right into my trap.
Gotcha, dummies.
I'm the best GM.
They'll never see this. And then space. But no, it's just literally freezing cold, right? But like below freezing.
Yeah.
But that's survivable. You're wearing clothes, and you know you're not going to be here for hours and hours, hopefully.
Yeah.
We like the locking of that elevator probably set off some sort of something, so we should do this fast.
And maybe there's some way in here to turn off whatever's happening here. I don't know.
Well, as you enter in this very cold room, there are 4 square pillars that are clearly, they've got all the like blinky lights and techie looking bullshit on them, right? In the middle of the room, there's these 4 things. There's enough space between where like a person could kind of like scoot between if you need to like look behind it or something. There's like a little like crossway between them. They're just like, they're sat directly on the floor, and they go all the way up to the ceiling, which is about 10 feet high. Around the edge, there's one workstation that has a computer and like keyboard and all that kind of stuff set up. There's several other actually there's not a lot down here. There's that desk, that workstation, and otherwise it's pretty sterile. It's just an extremely cold room, not a lot going on. It's maybe 20 square feet, right? Yeah, something like that. And it's got these strange, square server stack, whatever that sort of thing is. And there's no immediately obvious like, hello, I'm the power dampener. If you want to go looking, that's an option, but
Power dampener.
That's okay, because the power dampener is tech, and the servers are tech.
They sure are.
I have a nudge.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
You do.
That's right.
Forgot about that. Hold on, what is that going to do?
It's immediately going to give me 10 willpower.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of how it might also react with this. I think it's okay. I don't think there's a problem. I have not looked at those 2 rules together. That's fine. Let's see what happens.
Let's do it.
Well, if we have to be fast, then this is the
nudge it
fastest way.
Yeah.
Hector looks kind of visibly shaken, like that took a lot out of him.
Yeah, and
yeah.
that telepathy power is already fading,
Mm-hmm.
right? Now that we've moved on from that scene, like all of that expenditure is already gone.
Yeah.
So
You doing okay? Or...
Let's just get this done. Get our powers back.
Okay. Fuck it.
All right, so you're gonna jab the nudge.
Yep.
Ooh.
Okay. Now we had talked about it being willpower replacement, and that we need to spend that willpower right away. Were there any other like direct complications? I don't think. That's pretty much it, right? Is that like?
Wasn't there a stability roll coming down?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a stability roll when you take it specifically, I think, to make you not like explode out with your powers. But
I thought that was for when we did the first time.
Yeah,
and
and this is the revised
Oh.
version of that,
Okay,
so I
okay,
think we
okay.
got rid of that.
Okay.
because
and
it is like a
Hector's never done
boost
it, so
of
he doesn't
10
know.
willpower that you have to spend in
Immediately.
that turn.
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
makes sense.
Yeah.
Cool.
I mean, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But
No, that-
but I thought
that
that was the
sounds
trade-off.
that sounds right.
Yeah.
yeah. Cool.
It sounds like some bullshit that I made up. So,
That smells like my bullshit.
yep. Okay. So you're trying to activate your tech power, right? Okay. Then, all right. Yeah. You jab this needle into you. You feel the just unleash of
So
what's happening there. The other thing I'm going to give you is this nudge in and of itself is operates on the principles of how a superpower works. Now, superpower dampeners mostly deal with the like brainstem thing that we know that that's how that works. So in taking this, there's a part of you that's thinking like, is this even going to work at all? Right? But it actually works better than you think. So you get your 10 willpower and your current, the minus to your power is in half, right? So you're only at -5 to your power. So whatever you spend your willpower is on top of your power is only -5 dice.
okay. So much math going on right now. And
What's your
I'm gonna
power
need
level?
Assistance.
What?
My tech support is 7 dice and 1 wiggle.
So
Okay, so you have 1 and 1 wiggle, and
Okay.
you need to spend 10 willpower.
Okay, so 1 plus 1 wiggle, and then plus 10 willpower. So I am going to, and then wiggle die cost
4.
4.
Yes.
You could probably get like 6 regular dice and an extra wiggle, and you'd be rolling 7 dice to wiggle.
Mhm.
Okay, great,
Mhm.
thank you.
Yeah.
And that cost 10. Great, thank you. I was like, math, so much math.
Yeah.
Needs to do.
We
But-
got Jason.
But I also want to liken this experience to stepping on the pedal of the most monstrous drag race machine. I don't know if you've ever watched drag racing, but like they are this ridiculous powerhouse muscle thing. So you're jamming on the pedal of that, and it's chained to the wall. Of like you're burning out, basically, right? Just throwing smoke and like
It does not have to be. It doesn't have to be pretty. It just has to fucking work.
yeah.
Is basically what's going through stuff is mine
Yep.
currently. And in fact, because I need to multi-action for this, I am going to buy another wiggle. So that'll give me 3 wiggle and 7
Yes.
regular dice.
And describe for me what it is we're trying to do again.
Okay, so simultaneously it's like, okay, we have to be fast. And so I am going to reactivate my tech powers to fucking jam up that dampener
Mm-hmm.
and find the information that we need in the towers.
Yeah. So you're looking for information on how Rise is operating in outer stitial, or what?
No, we're trying to figure out what Ebrian did in here.
Oh, right.
Mhm.
Ebrian's impact here. Yes. Okay. Great. So that's just 2 multi-actions then. So just -1 die from your loose dice. So you get to roll 6 of those, and then we'll apply your wiggle dice.
Okay. So that is 2 10s for each.
Whoa, nice. Okay,
Yeah.
3
Wow.
wiggles, 110 on the die.
that's what it
or
takes.
or if I have to be faster, I also have a pair of 4s. But I don't think that that's as useful as the 10s here.
Yeah, I think the quality is going to matter for both. Because the dampener is going to roll versus you. Again, it's going to have to get 4 10s, but like it's going to get an opportunity. The security system, I guess, is going to roll versus you as well. Which one do you want me to roll first?
Dampener. Do I guess I've... Never mind, it's fine. Go with you.
What's
Do
your
go
question?
thing.
Do you have a question?
No.
Okay. It's not 4 10s. Now, the security system, that fortunately, it's Unix. You know how to open these files. Like a Jurassic Park. The one whiff on that perfect movie. That's not 4 10s.
And I like to listen. I don't want to speak for Heather, but I'd like to think that as Sapna comes back out of this, Kit and Heather are steadying them on either side.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Yes,
this is
great.
definitely like they are not inhabiting
Yeah.
this body currently.
Sure.
Start to. Mhm.
Yeah. And I think because Kit also has a lot going, so like Kit's on one side, Heather is on the other side, like left hand on your left shoulder, right hand on your back, like almost like standing behind you to like help hold you up.
Yeah.
So all of you feel the dampener field die down. It's not off all the way. I'm sorry, I'm not going to give that to you.
Yeah. It's
Alright,
But
it
it's
doesn't need to be.
mostly off, right? Everyone's at -4.
great.
Okay?
Thank
So
God.
that's that is me being a dick. I'm not going to give it all to you. I'm
No,
sorry.
that's very fair. I'm grateful.
More than half. So you're all at -4, but you can feel this like it's like your powers were double. You're like,
Yeah.
you can take a deep breath again. It is incredible to have that feeling back. Then the data access, right? You are able to, you put your hand on one of these columns and you realize like, oh, okay, I need to actually like touch all 4 of these at once, right? So you get like hit your hand and your elbow between this one and your hand and your elbow between, you like get this weird
Shoe
kind of
comes
like,
off.
I need like a just to. It is like this weird thing where it's like start to touch one. Okay, well no, maybe the second one, and then Sapna actually just pushes off from those 2 arms to do like when you like rock climb in a crack.
yeah, chimney.
Mm.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it is like hand, foot. Okay.
Yeah. Take
I
like the
can't
slides
keep
come
this
off
up.
and the yeah,
Like can't keep this up, but for this moment, it's all I need.
right.
Extreme.
Yeah, that's cool as hell.
I'm like guarding the door, hand on the gun so I can pull it up if I need to, and I'm like, to look back. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, so you get wedged all between those 4 things. You realize that you need all 4 components to like make this, like to get anything useful out of it. That's part of the security system. And you you find a series. I'm just gonna sort of montage this out for you. Brian got here, started punching stuff. Did
Does Brian things?
yeah. It's not a huge surprise to what you're watching, but it is chaos on this station, right? It is like shit's breaking, shit's flying out into space, like people flying out, people falling into the black hole, like just mayhem, right? But it was mayhem that started in the Rise sector. He landed in the Rise sector.
Ooh.
And the security response was incredible. They're blasting him. And mostly he's just like shrugging it off and like, because they're not using the blasters that Chainsaw saw yesterday, right? They're using something else. It doesn't look as sophisticated. He's whipping them around. You don't see force fields lighting up. you're getting all this footage of him like landing in the college campus basically, and just ripping through. He's like looking for something. You know, he's like here to try to find his alternate or whatever, right? And he eventually finds somebody running an elote cart, and you can see it's Brian, and he goes through it. And Brian visibly has that experience of like, whoa, you know, the quickening of having killed the doppelganger. And the experience is complicated because like that guy didn't really understand that he had a power because he's in a different paradigm from what like Brian shows up and like doesn't give a fuck about the paradigm of wherever it is he's landed, and it's just like, yeah, I'm a superhero, whatever, like or super powered person. It's definitely not a hero. And the rest of Rise Corp is like just in a shambles trying to deal with him, and you can see they're like rolling out their version of a heavy artillery at the time, whatever it was. This was let's say 5 years ago, right? The response is totally ineffective, and he actually like takes time to sort of enjoy just swatting stuff, just breaking things left and right. And one of the things you see, somebody like who's kind of in the back, like calling out orders, trying to get things to go, is the CTO you were dealing with a few days ago in the outerstitial, and Lindsay. Trying to get people organized, getting, you know, to have some sort of response to this attack. And the point where Brian's like, cool, I'm done with this, boop, and like punches his way out, is not far. Like he came in right next to his doppelganger and then enjoyed himself for a little while and punched right back out, right? And you see this artful display of particularly Lindsay like spinning this situation to like, we got him, everybody. And the CTO were like, did we? Yes, we did. You know, and you're realizing they were not the CEO and CTO at that time. Okay? This was their spin up of how they rose to power. They also managed to, there is this like distortion left. There's like a couple distortions left when Brian leaves. There's the one where he came in and the one where he left. And mostly everybody's running and screaming. Lindsay and the CTO go through a process of capturing them in these like magnetic bottles sort of things. And they're able to transport those distortions to the building that you're in now. And that's what you have. And
So I think.
oh, and that is actually, yeah. I mean, you would have the whole piece of information. So that is how they were able to open a gate to the outerstitial and make a move there. And so they've documented this in the most private way possible, but that her and him have this, you know, whole system that they've set up, and their idea is once they have that, then they can spread out into other realms and try to spread influence that way. So,
they
and
are
feel free
not-
to ask more questions too.
Yeah.
If, you know,
So they're not the original guts of interstitial. They're like a little infection that moved inside.
yeah,
I mean, they colonized the outerstitial
Yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
because that's what they do.
Yep.
Okay.
So are we supposed to fix the rift?
I think.
I
And this
mean-
is going to be like. Sapna gets all of this, and all of these like micro processors that
Mm-hmm.
are on their outfit have like exploded in and then just like and it's like the barest amount of
Yeah, you're back
Like,
on low power mode.
yeah.
But I will say you have perfect recall of whatever that is. Like you're the hard drive in this case. But there's no device you could have brought that you would have been able to like save that on. So
and kind of like it could be more graceful. They fall on their ass.
yeah, as you like drop from like having all four limbs touching these things. Yeah.
It's like legs go. Nope, those aren't legs.
Yeah. Can we have Heather like first under like to help you like not hit your face, you know?
And so it's always fucking Abraham. It's always this bullshit. I think if we get those bits of the power back, then they won't be able to open any more portals. It's also that's how they made all of this shit. And just gestures wildly around.
Yeah. And even I'll say I don't know how obvious it would be to everyone else at this point, but now that you've been in this like mainframe thing that they have, this computer in this room far outstrips what makes sense in this world, right? Like you understood the paradigm, you adapted your powers to the paradigm. This doesn't match. So wherever that came from, they got that from somewhere.
That's somewhere else, yeah.
Or advanced their technology and didn't share it with anyone. Shocking.
Also, slight out of character thing, but man, must have been deeply satisfying for them to kill Brian. It's kind of a bummer. Anyway, I'm connecting all of the pieces. Yeah, we gotta fix the distortions, I guess, but they've already used one, at least.
They captured it. It looks like an energy cell. I don't know if it is an energy cell. It looks like an energy cell.
Do we know what floor it's on?
No. You know that it's in this building.
Right.
There's only two other floors, really, that it could probably be on.
The lobby?
Oh.
No? Huh.
Yes, I'm sure it's in the lobby.
If they're able to use these to get into other worlds and do things, what do they want from Interstitial?
Full access.
Yeah, maybe they only can go to the outer stitial and they're trying to get ways to get to everywhere else.
Also, it's possible that they are depleting as they go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because if they're punching through it like Brian did, that is hurting the interstitial.
Yeah, and that's Brian's, or was Brian's power. It's not.
Well, when I saw interstitial and Brian, they were asking interstitial for something.
Yeah.
So it's more than likely an access thing.
That makes sense.
If we destroy these things and we still don't know where Interstitial is, we might be here for a while.
Yeah. Your ability to communicate with the other worlds is via the interstitial frequency.
Right.
And that's not a bad worry to have.
I think it's worth the risk.
Yeah.
Sapna,
Hey, I already got offered a job.
your always on power is back on enough because you're only at -4 right now. Roll your tech power, please. Just your normal tech power -4.
Okay, so is this the normal -4? So I lose the regular dice and then the wiggle?
How many tech dice do you have?
7 plus a wiggle.
Your regular normal tech power.
So it'd be 3 plus the wiggle?
7 plus the wiggle.
Yeah, okay. So you're rolling 3 plus wiggle.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was so confused. I was like, I said it already.
Yeah, sorry. I skipped part of it in my brain and had to catch up.
2 tenths.
You can feel a connection is happening. So the speakers are about to come on. Like somebody's going to activate the intercom in here. And you can stop it if you want to, or you can like kind of keep control, like allow it with some control or whatever. But like this is in the amount of time it takes electricity to go down a wire. So what would you like to do?
I'm going to seize a hold of it.
Okay.
And yeah, no, I don't want to talk to anybody.
Okay. All right. You just like block it.
Mm-hmm.
All right. What does that look like? Because it requires, it's like obvious effort to everyone here for you to like, nope or whatever.
I think like you see Sapna's eyes immediately dart to like wherever that speaker is.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like just flings out their hand. Like, no.
We're made, I think.
Probably.
You can tell, it's hard to tell where it came from. It did not come from Brent downstairs here with you. He had an intercom. It could have been from him, but it did not come from that wire. I'm
It
gonna
came
say
from
like,
somewhere else.
yeah, it came from upstairs.
Okay,
We need to.
let's
we
get
need
to the
to
subfloors. Everyone
But
hold.
I do want to make it clear, somebody knows you're here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, but we can't leave yet. I mean, this is the.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, can you get us up a floor?
I could try.
Go down. Oh, yeah.
We're on,
You're
Clarify,
at the-
sorry.
down is space.
Yay!
Down
Yeah.
is the
I
black hole.
don't want to go to the down place.
The enemy's gate is down.
Okay. So everyone just, I'm gonna, and I think actually Kit puts their hands on not the computers, but the like air lock of the door, because that feels like the computers might be on their own power source, but like the doors and everything might exist within the power source of the 3 subfloors. And it's just gonna have everyone like, you know, touch shoulders, form a conga line kind of thing.
To skip the airlock.
Yeah, and to try to get up to the subfloor 4.
Oh, like go directly up.
Hopefully.
Okay. So
If that's too hard, we can skip the airlock.
it's not, because you can see the ceiling is 10 feet up and the floor is probably only so thick, right? Like that's not the
Yeah.
hardest thing in the world. The problem is what's up there,
Mhm.
right? Is it full of stuff? Is it empty? Is it, you know, that's the thing we don't know. Is
Right.
it?
I'd love to try to like, so there's an intercom here, right?
Mhm.
And that presumably uses electricity to power itself.
Yeah.
I would love to try to not just like bamf myself somewhere, but it travel through the electrical currents to something similar to the intercom on that floor.
All right.
That way I at least know that there's an open space there, even though it might not.
So
It might fuck us over.
I'm going to give you an option here.
Yeah.
If you want to recon by yourself,
Okay.
you can zoop and like come back,
Amazing.
right? You don't have to pop out up there,
Right.
right? But you can do that at the speed of electricity
Okay.
and do a little recon. You'll have a sense of what the room looks like. But if you take everyone with you, it's
Might
gonna
fuck someone up.
be more complicated. Like you,
Okay.
you need to like. It was hard to bring everybody here, right? If you want to do it again, you're like, it's gonna take a lot of effort, and it needs to go from here and get there and stop. But like taking them all for a leisurely loop through the wires
That's gonna hurt.
would be hell.
Cool. Okay,
Um,
so I'll do some recon first. I'll try to be fast. It's normally pretty fast.
Okay, and also just so you know,
Gonna
this
say,
is an
see if you
opposed
can-
roll.
Okay, so it's a -4, so that means I have
Yeah, just -4.
I
I was gonna
have
say, see if you can find a signature body.
signature body.
Like find a body up there, and then maybe an exit that's near that body.
Fair.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you're in the wires, you could essentially see the room.
Right.
So
Mm-hmm.
That works.
Okay, so I have 13 willpower. I have a wiggle die. It's an opposed roll. I'm going to spend 5 willpower to get just loose dice to go along with this wiggle die.
okay, so what all are you rolling?
5 dice, 1 wiggle.
Okay, I'm rolling opposed.
Come on.
Don't oppose me. Okay. I got 2 10s.
Nice.
Well, I got 2 9s. So there. Whew.
Okay, I zip up through
Okay.
the electricity.
As you move, you can feel a sense of resistance. Not just, no pun intended, electrical resistance. But it's like gates are snapping shut behind you, and they're like opening and they're like trying to trap you.
Catch me.
Yeah,
Rude.
they do not succeed. But you go upstairs or up to the next floor, kind of loop around through their sensor system and look out in the room, and you can see there's a great big, big. You know what? Have you ever seen the show Stargate?
No, I have friends who love it.
Have you seen any art from it or pictures of like what the
Yeah.
Stargate looks like? So it's a big circle thing right in the middle of the room, standing on a plinth, but it's only 10 feet wide because it's in this room, right? So it's a 10-foot wide circle with there's like parts of the circle move independently from each other.
Interesting.
I'll just give you that for free, even though it's not currently moving, it's not lit up, it's not doing anything. But there are all these wires going off to computers in the room. And you can see, again, this is the speed of electricity, so it's kind of like everyone's frozen, right?
Yeah.
But you can see two techs are in the room. There's like, their breath is in the air. It's obviously very cold in there. They have like cozy hats on and stuff, you know, but they're doing something, right? But there are two people up there, and there's actually relatively a full amount of room, but it is an exact replica of this, it's 20 feet square, 10 feet high, boop, boop, copy directly up. There's an airlock that you can see. It's just an exact replica of this floor.
Okay. All right. I mean, that seems like our guy. I shouldn't push my luck and try to check out the third floor.
Ooh, given the speed of this, roll scrutiny for me.
Ooh, okay.
I should probably just give this to you for free, but I'm feeling dickish.
I love it. I love it. I got a pair of ones.
It's not opposed. Oh, ones? I didn't give it a floor, so I have to. You know what I'm going to say? One of those texts looks familiar. That's what I'm going to say.
Ooh.
You recognize somebody, but you're like, oh, it was so fast. Who was that?
Yeah.
Did I go to high school with that guy?
Yeah, probably. It's probably
You
high
go to
school.
high school here. Okay, so like in a way that I'm like, oh, there's a doppelganger of someone I've seen in my life here, but that could be so many people.
It's another Brent.
What? Okay. I think I'm going to head back then. I think that I shouldn't push my luck, especially if I know that somebody is trying to trap me in wires. I zip back and I kind of put my hands on my knees really quickly and I go,
Oh, well, before you come back,
Yeah.
do you want to recon the next floor up?
that's what I was saying, is that I don't want to risk that because I'm afraid of getting trapped in wires.
Words.
You're not going to get me.
Oh,
You're not going to get me.
well, so Kit's not the best at what they do.
Oh.
I feel. Do you know the movie Back to the Future? When they
What are you,
go to Mars
chicken?
and they're like, "What are you, chicken?" I feel like that's what
Are
you're trying to do.
are you a
to me.
chicken?
I feel like there's 4 people waiting for you to come down. And
I mean, in a
what's going
split
on.
second, the speed of
They're
electricity.
all-
You know what
so
wouldn't be a split
worried.
second is if I got trapped in wires.
How would that even happen?
Bok Bok, I appear back in the room.
Spend 1 willpower.
Okay,
You're
yeah.
the best around.
I sacrifice it for not trying to be the best.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that Kit is thinking about the people back in the room and sacrifices their own pride for making sure that everyone stays safe. And comes back, kind of has their hands on their knees and says, "Okay, I know the room.
And Heather's right there too, like, get
Yeah.
your arm around her shoulder and like, it's okay, just take a breath whenever you're ready.
It's just someone knows we're here is what I'll say. Let's go. Let's go right now. Okay." And I have everyone touch me.
Mhm.
Touch.
Perfect.
Okay. And I'm just gonna spend the same amount.
Okay. I feel like I need to increase the difficulty here.
Absolutely.
Dragging 4 people. You know what? I'm just gonna say you need at least 4. Pairs
Okay,
of 4s.
that's fair.
Yeah, sets of 4.
Um,
Like not 4 of a kind.
Yeah.
4s or better.
for now, I'll just keep it. Okay. 5, so that would be 2. We have 2 willpower left.
And plenty of base
And-
will.
Plenty of base will. You're
Just-
so right.
Just bought it up.
Yeah. I just put that up there. 10s.
Just a pair of 10s?
Yeah, I also have 3 6s. Possible.
No, the 10s are better.
Okay.
Because I can beat 5 6s with 2 7s.
Yeah.
Right? So
Fair.
fine.
So mad about it.
Now you had 10s, right?
Yeah.
I got 9s. And 5s.
But you
And
needed 4
twos.
10s, right?
What?
You needed 4 10s?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have high. I rolled 5 nat 10s one time.
Yeah, it's possible.
Yeah, disrespectful but possible.
Yeah. It could happen.
Mm-hmm.
You guys are on a break. I'm getting the other dice back. I'm getting the ugly dice.
Nice.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, what now? Think about what you did.
So I guess I'm gonna put us inside this room, just straight up.
Okay,
Yeah,
you pop out into this room.
there's people there.
One of them is like, oh God! And it's like ducks down under a desk. The other one is the CTO you were facing off against a little while ago.
Oh God.
Didn't I take that guy out?
No, he escaped, I thought.
Which one was the CTO?
I thought only Imlica escaped.
Yeah.
And Lindsay.
Lindsay got knocked out.
They got knocked
Because
out.
we.
Which I mean,
Yeah,
like,
we
but
left.
none
And
of
then you
them are
left
like
her there.
dead.
Yeah.
None of them
yeah.
are dead. So
Yeah.
they could be.
Yeah.
Yeah. So whoever you might have taken out. But that is actually relevant to the fact that this man is here. So
He should have a big old black eye.
he does not.
Uh-oh.
Rude.
So,
It's not him.
however, he immediately is in combat. Like, we have to do initiative.
Okay.
All right.
So, let
Back
me
down.
double check the sense on this guy. Not enough sense.
He's got no damn sense.
What does he got? He really deserves a name at this point. Oh, he's sense 5. Okay. So, who's under 5?
Me.
Also, the guy cowering under the table, he's going to keep cowering.
Yeah, that's fair. I have 5
Can I get a
cents.
check on that? Does
What?
he really want to keep cowering?
Yeah.
Okay. Do I get a sense I can eat willpower?
What do you mean? Oh, from the CTO? God, we got to name him.
His name is.
Tech officer,
Chen.
maybe.
It's from Galaxy Quest.
Oh, right.
Just rewatched that recently.
What was the science officer on Star Trek? Oh no, Chekhov wasn't a science officer. He was okay.
A composer.
Yeah.
No, he's a writer.
He wrote composers.
He wrote composers.
Yes.
What a
Mark.
dick. Sorry.
Grayson.
Mark.
Feelings about it.
Randall.
Yeah, there it is. Mark Randall. Mark Randolph.
Mark down.
With an E.
Yeah.
Mark. Yeah, but it's pronounced Mark Randell.
There you go.
Of course.
Okay. So, Randell. Well, you have to declare first. So, what,
Eating willpower.
you're gonna eat Mark's willpower.
Yeah.
Okay. But what if he needs it?
I need it more.
Okay.
I've burned a lot of base will already.
Got it. Okay, that was on 4. Since 4.
Since 4, yes.
Who's on 5? Okay. I have mine 5.
I have mine 4.
3.
You're first.
All right. knowing that I have fought this guy before and that he is tough,
Yeah.
I am firing away, and I'm like just going full blast Citadel. strike.
Okay. Yep.
Quick check-in. How do we feel about some light body horror on this fine Sunday afternoon?
Well, we
I
can.
mean,
As long as it's kit flavored, I'm good.
Okay.
could be some heavy body.
Well, look,
I'll
we'll,
keep it
we'll
light.
just we'll manage,
keep it light.
and if we need to expert something, we will.
Yeah. So I think Kit's freaked out by having to like escape someone who was trying to trap them in something that would arguably make them not a person and if they were trapped inside it. So immediately once they get in this room, somebody's attacking them. They immediately burn a base will and try to turn their legs into legs that don't have bones.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
All jelly legs.
Good old jelly legs.
Jelly legs.
Okay. That's horrible. I love it.
I'm so happy about this.
What? Okay. Okay. Yep. We've got okay. So Randell's declaration, which means he gets to know all of those plans, is going to target Kit to take you out first.
That's so fair.
You're the one he's most worried
I'm
about.
singing you don't get to have bones, and
Right.
that's kind of rude.
You don't get to have bones.
Yeah.
Lost your bone. No
But
bones
it's
allowed.
but it's worth
It's a
noting.
no bones day.
Like I don't want it to fly by like, wait, how does he know Kit's doing that? Like he does.
Yeah.
Okay? He does know that, and it's not obvious. Kit doesn't have the like, no bone, power word, no bones. Like, it's not obvious, but the fact that he's like looking at the four of you and was like, like that's not nothing.
Good to know.
Okay? Oh, hold on. Heather was probably supposed to declare by now.
Spend 3 willpower to get 3 dice back in that power, by the way.
Who's are you low on willpower right now?
No, because I keep burning base.
Oh yeah. Are you low on willpower?
I have 2 regular willpower left.
Do you consent to buy botanical infusion?
I do.
Okay.
Give me the drugs, Heather. Just
All
give me
right.
the drugs.
Heather's gonna drug you as quickly as she can. She has to roll.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, your turn.
I am going to. I've heard what Miss Lindsay sounds like.
Mm-hmm.
So, I am going to, just communicate with Mark that.
I just realized how perfect his name is. You don't get it yet, but you will, and you're gonna love it. And it's a fucking accident. Please continue.
But I'm just gonna, like. I've decided a little corporate restructuring is in order.
Okay.
Oh my.
I'm afraid you've become superfluous to the organization.
Getting restructured.
So that'll be with my distortion. That
Um,
now has
a
days on it.
redundant.
All right. So you're trying to intimidate Lindsay, who you think is listening in.
No, I'm trying to intimidate Mark, who
Oh.
I'm talking to.
Oh, okay. Got it. And
Or
you're
like-
telling Mark he's being downsized.
Yes, but
Damn it!
in
I wanted
Lindsay-
to say that.
in Lindsay's voice.
Oh, I see. Like make it come from the walls.
Yeah, or like there's a speaker in here. It'll work.
Yeah. That's fine. But it's not like coming out of your mouth.
No.
Was the point I
No.
needed to make. Okay. I think that's everybody who's going to act. Guess what? The guy cowering is going to keep doing that.
Good job.
I think we said that already. So let's roll dice.
Roll some
Heather.
dice. And we're minus.
We're still dampened here, correct?
Mhm.
Yes.
Okay.
We're -4.
Heather
And
is gonna
wiggle
just do
dice go.
coordination.
Dice go out first or last.
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 Okay, good.
Hard dice, then regular dice, then wiggle dice.
Amazing.
Wait.
How many of a kind do you have?
Oh, I haven't rolled for bad guys yet.
Sorry.
Heather gets a pair of 8s. If somebody could just log that.
8.
The
Heather.
roll I have to do.
Eight, seven.
Okay. I have a 5 of a kind.
I have a 4 of a kind.
Okay.
I'm going
I have to still roll.
What do you got?
I'm thinking about what I might have.
I have a 3 of a kind.
I have 3 of a kind right now. If we have an of a kind due to wiggle dice, we can't squish down, correct?
Well, no. Wiggle dice I'm fine with.
Okay.
Honestly. It's just the hard dice rule. I think that makes sense.
Okay.
The wiggle dice are just dice, and then they're not wiggle dice anymore, but they're dice.
Okay.
It doesn't matter.
I don't need this to. This is gonna, like, usually Kit is more defensive, but I think Kit's just so freaked out. Normally I'm like, oh, I want to keep myself from getting hurt. It's not that I want to keep myself from getting hurt, it's that I want this to get off before this guy does. So I'm gonna squish.
Phrasing.
Hey.
I'm gonna squish, let's see, 4 of a kind, 5 of a kind, 6 of a kind. That's 3 willpower. So I'm just gonna squish down. It's 10s, 9s, 8s. 6
It's
8s.
10s now.
Yeah. Oh,
So-
9s, 8s, 7s. So 6 7s.
Because you had 3 of a kind?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
For 3 willpower.
Yep.
Okay.
Cool.
All right. 6 of a kind is first.
Okay.
Oh, what do you have?
6 tens.
Okay.
Yeah, I bought a bunch of stuff with willpower. I spent like 13 on that. But I also got 3
but you
natural
didn't-
10s.
You didn't like engage more than 10 dice, right?
No.
Okay.
It was exactly 10 dice.
Okay. Like, wow, that's a lot of points. What just happened?
Yeah. Yeah, I gave myself 3 wiggle dice.
It's 12 willpower right there.
Uh-huh. Yeah, so I fire at the guy.
Shit. Okay. I've got some force field here. You've got penetration 4.
Yeah.
Okay. I have armor 4. So that's okay. That means I just have to take the 6 damage.
Mhm.
Okay. I take 6 shock and 6 killing.
Does that reduce his action thing?
It does gobble his dice. I don't think it's about to matter because of what's happening next.
There's
So
something else that happens that I just realized, and
what's that? We have to roll horrify?
we do, but so this is a direct feed power, right?
I think,
so
yeah.
my width is how much willpower gets eaten.
Yes.
I have exactly 6 willpower left.
Oh, so you're going to 0.
I go to 0.
Okay.
That's just
Okay, so
you
you
know.
can spend baseball on your next turn.
I can, but
you
for
are
now,
going to be
like,
at
this
0
is my
for a
move. I
moment.
can't. Yeah.
Okay.
But
Um,
yes. So
Okay, that's fine. This effect is this turn is not affected
no,
by that,
it's
but
not. It just
we'll-
feels narrative.
yeah, we'll have to
Mhm.
take it into account.
Nom, nom, nom.
I'm not.
No.
So.
Well, now
stability
hold on.
check?
I want to. We don't have to totally undo this. I just want to tell the story a little differently because I want to fit the no bones into the cyberpunk paradigm. Of like maybe they're super weak bones or something like
Yeah.
how would we do that in a cyberpunk world?
Mhm.
What do we want that to look like?
Well, so the way that I've put like Kit's power in this world is that there's like the hood that's very like 80s inspired.
Sure.
It has like the biokinetics. So I think it's more of like I know that this word has a bad rap today because it's got a different meaning, but like kind of a biohacking situation.
Sure. Yeah.
Where literally it's like instead of just like taking something out, you go in and you like change the chemical makeup of
Sure.
something. So maybe Kit like turns the bones into fucking
Butter.
butter or plastic or something,
Yeah.
like very weak tensile plastic.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
From the microplastics inside his body. You know?
I think there's something there.
yeah.
That's fine. It
Yeah.
wasn't me like saying you can't
No,
do this.
yeah, just like how.
I just realized we need to match the story a little bit. Let's roll stability.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Oh. Okay, I got 666.
I have a match. I don't think it's high enough. It's just once.
Oh no.
Oh, yeah, normally we're doing 4s for
Yeah,
stability checks.
I have 4, 5, 6, 7, and then 2, 1.
Oh, and you can't
and I
reroll right
can't
now.
because I don't have any willpower.
Mhm.
That is an important detail. Okay, so we are going to have a meltdown situation.
You know, sometimes you just get overstimulated.
Yeah.
Uh,
Okay, but this guy's legs turn to plastic. That's, I mean, not all, but yes, it's effective.
mhm.
And then some shit happens.
Yeah.
We're gonna resolve all the turns.
Yeah.
So first of all, his action, like he was basically coming after you, gets blasted in the side, you know, that gobbled up his, like, I don't think he would have had a success anyway. And then you take out his legs and he collapses to the ground and was like still trying to like figure out how to make an attack, but is like, you know, is in a lot of pain. Everything's going badly. Wasn't expecting this at work today. And so I think the thing, yeah, actually, well, I'm going to come back to that 1 second.
Yeah.
You wanted to convince him that he was getting downsized,
Mhm.
right? And what were you rolling?
I ate his willpower.
Yeah. What did you get on that? I think
4 10s.
Okay, let's take 4 willpower. We're just going to resolve that now. Because there's a lot going on here. And you get your thing out, and then it turns out, yeah, I'm gonna do this. So, you're not gonna get a chance to be very convincing, unfortunately, because when Kit freaks out, so Kit, you'll get to communicate this later if you want. So
Sure.
it's not a huge secret, but you get in there and you start changing stuff, and you realize like, what, something's already weird about this guy. Something's weird and different and weird and weird. What is happening? And you can see like the like markers of. Do you know what computer code looks like?
Mhm.
And when people put comments on their
Yeah.
code, you can see the comments on sections of DNA of like, here, this DNA is supposed to do X, Y, and Z, and this is for this, and this is for this purpose, and this will assist in having multiple replicas. And you come apart at the seams, and so does he. And he dissolves into a pile of black dust in the room. He just collapses in a pile of black dust that would fill half a kitchen trash bag
Mhm.
at best.
Oh, I never shot anybody that hard before.
The guy on the floor passes out from screaming.
Yeah, that's.
He just loses air and
Mm-hmm.
gone. And it's eerily quiet in here. I'm sorry we didn't get to your thing.
What happens?
And I want to give you too, Hector, this willpower you got, like, it's fine. It's a willpower. You get your 4 willpower, but it feels like
Tastes bad.
sugar-free Diet Coke 0. Like triple fake sugar, this like texture in your mouth,
Mm-hmm.
you know, that is wrong. But you've got it. You've got 4 willpower. That's fine. Willpower's willpower, right? No biggie. But it just felt bad, like a copy of a copy of a copy. And Kit, we're gonna live with you being at 0 for a second, right? We'll be able to spend a base will and do that,
Sure,
but
sure.
like
No, yeah.
we're
This
in a
is so
moment, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, Kit, I imagine you're somewhat collapsed
I think Kid actually like slams back against the wall a little bit, just like rears back at this, just
Yeah.
completely un.
And I don't want there to be any question in your mind, Kit, in the midst of freaking out. You turned this man into dust
I did that.
by unbinding the like stuff that was done.
Yeah.
You know that he was a clone,
Mm-hmm.
and for some reason, you were able to turn him into dust.
Yeah, I think the dust hits the floor, the guy cowering passes out from screaming, and then there's just like a huge bang as Kit just like slams back against and kind of just has their hands out and their eyes are just like so wide and just shaking a little bit.
You all can decide for yourselves. I would like you to make stability checks. If you tell me you should automatically succeed, I believe you, but I am asking you to roll stability. I'm going to roll for Heather.
I think Hector is compartmentalizing,
Okay?
so if he can render aid
Okay.
to Kit immediately.
That's you. That's character choice at this point. Heather keeps another 666. Well, these dice are having fun today.
Pair of sixes.
Okay. So not great, but we keep our shit together.
It's a rough
Yeah,
fucking
I think Chainsaw is compartmentalizing as well,
Okay.
and is much more concerned about Kit than the guy who just turned to dust.
Okay. So yeah, Heather comes over, is trying to calm down Kit. What are you doing in this moment?
I think that I would just immediately go to Kit. Like,
Okay. Do you want to make what would that be? Empathy?
Hector is going to immediately start trying to untangle whatever he can untangle for Kit.
Mentally?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. We can do a big like group project roll.
Yeah. Chainsaw definitely like, hey, look at me, come on.
Oh, you know what I like? The one thing, there were two things that 4th edition D&D got right. Adding advantage and disadvantage and skill challenges. Let's do a skill challenge where I want total of 10 dice to come up 6s or better between the 4 of us rolling. Okay, we all get one roll. I would also like there to be no re-rolls on this.
All right.
what are we rolling though?
We're rolling the thing you choose to roll. So right now, I'm going to have Heather roll empathy. Because I think she'd be good. She's a pediatrician, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, and knows you very well. So I'm going to have Heather roll empathy. And I'm going to come up with any pairs. So also, if you get a pair of 6s and a pair of 7s, that's 4 successes. Okay? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Cool. I'm just making this up.
I'm gonna roll leadership.
Okay. Yeah.
That's
I love
Roll
it.
my jam.
Okay. You're rolling telepathy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So does it have to be
And we are
pairs?
-4 on power stuff.
Yeah, I did spend all the willpower I got again.
Okay.
Does it have to be pairs?
No.
that
No.
candy.
3 of a kind is 3 successes.
4 or 5 successes?
Yeah.
I got 5 too.
Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, I've got 3 10s over here for Heather.
I've got 3 10s here and also 2 9s.
Oh, wow. Okay, we got like 20 successes, right? Okay.
Team
That's fun.
team together strong.
Yeah, I might have made that too easy, but whatever. It was fun.
It could have easily gone the other way.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's true, actually. We've all rolled straights on these dice
Mhm.
before, and like, that's a bummer. Okay. So, yeah, working together, we're all like huddling around Kit. Kit, what do you like, through kind of back against the wall?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay.
There's like
Can it be just for the fun of it,
Yeah.
like one of the like computer workstations, like like the
Yeah,
computer
yeah.
slides off the desk and you're like
Slam,
on the
yeah.
desk like trying to get like
Mhm.
back against
it's
the
like
wall?
this horrifying, like the first thought that Kit had was like, it's a clone, but it's also dust now, and you can breathe that in.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
So just the immediately like trying to get far away and like hyperventilating, panicking, but also trying to hold their breath.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like through the nose, like pull your shirt up, like
Yeah, just literally like pulse bursting, but like not breathing. But yeah, anyway. Everybody helps, and I think the fact that like as the huddle comes around, like visual sightline is impaired. And just I'm just gonna turn and I'm gonna face the corner. I'm gonna face the wall, and I'm gonna, if you wanna check out everything else.
yeah. So in the layout of this room, just so we all have a clear idea of what's happening here, we've got that's nothing. Square. Airlock's out this way. We've got our circular portal thing. The dust is here. Passed out guy. Passed out. I think the computer you just wound up on, so like Kit is over here, and everyone's kind of gathered around there. So here's what we're talking about. I don't know if this is going to show up on camera at all. A little bit. It's not helpful at all. The thing at the bottom is our
Airlock.
and then the circular thing is the big like
Okay.
circle thing in the middle of the Stargate looking thing. You've got passed out guy in the back left corner, pile of dust in the back right corner. It would be behind the gate if you had just come in from the airlock, right? It's a very noticeable, it looks like somebody spilled a toner cartridge, right? This like charcoal gray dust.
Mm-hmm.
And then all of you are with Kit over here on the sort of west wall, helping them get their shit together.
I'm fine. I just need to take a breath.
So you're facing the airlock to kind of look away from that.
Mm-hmm.
Let's take a look around. Heather, just
Yeah, I'm on it.
yeah. So check out the room. Might need to wake up Sleeping Beauty over here too.
Sapna, you look like you were going to say something. No? Okay. All right. So, James, what are you doing exactly?
I'm looking around for these power cell things, or like trying to figure out what this.
Okay. Let's do a scrutiny check.
Okay.
Hector, what are you doing?
Holding his head. And also looking to see, like, I don't know if he could use like security systems to like see if there's like a containment system or something.
A what?
It's like a containment system for the goo.
In here,
Yeah.
there doesn't seem to be anything like that. There's like a couple of computer terminals and, like office supplies, Post-it notes and pens and stuff.
I think he's gonna chill out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Probably not Post-it notes. They've got digital tablets, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Pair of 8s.
Okay, good. We'll get to that in a second. Sapna?
I think. But I'm just gonna be monitoring. Like, okay, well,
And
obviously
Overwatch?
that was a thing that happened, and then we had someone who, I don't know if it was him, knew that we were down there, and now if it wasn't him, then it was definitely something that other people are gonna notice.
Roll your tech perception power, still at -4.
Okay. Tens.
Great. Two things. One, whatever this fucking dampener is 10 feet up. It's on the next floor up. And the intercom is trying to turn on again.
I think this time I'll let it. I want to know who the fuck is in here.
Okay.
I want to know.
Okay, we'll get to that in a second. Do you want to roll or anything, or do you want to just like chill for a sec?
I think I'm really contemplating this wall, and
Yeah.
I did my job,
Yeah.
know.
Okay. Cool. You're 8. You're kind of looking around. I mean, the Stargate thing is a pretty key suspect, you know. And when you look at the back of it, you can see, you know, the symbols are sort of embossed on the front. You don't really recognize them as anything else. No, let's just they're like numbers and letters. That's what I'm gonna give you, right? Does Chainsaw know any like computer science stuff?
No.
Okay, then we'll skip over that. The audience will probably recognize the like hexadecimal values on the front of this thing, but you go around behind and you can see it is like there's several cables going to the walls and like one of them's like that's definitely a power cord, but then what's that? You know, it's all kinds of stuff. But then on the back of it, you know, like if there's this great big circle thing, there's this like capsule basically that you didn't see the video that Sapna had, but they described this like glass bottle capsule thing, right? And it looks like a pill 1.5 feet long, right? Like it's looks like a capsule pill, but is this great big thing, and it has this like dark glowing amorphous whatever inside of it. It doesn't look like liquid or gas or anything. It just is like an absence of light that is sort of shifting around and letting light shine through. And then that is like clamped into the back of this big circle apparatus thing. And it has like some like weird sort of clampy things attached to the glass container of whatever that is. So that's probably bad. But it looks like what Sapna was describing.
Yeah. I think I found it.
Pointed out, Sapna, you automatically recognize. You're like, oh shit, right? No idea how physically dangerous it is to be next to, but there it is. It's probably not radioactive or anything. Then the voice comes over the speaker, and it is Lindsay. And she says, really, it doesn't have to be like this. Please don't worry about Mark. That was Mark 7. We have a bunch of those. He'll be fine.
Is he Mark 7?
You can see why I was so pleased.
Fucking awesome.
I'm really mad at myself that I didn't name him Mark in the first place, knowing what his power, like what his deal was, right? Anyway, there is no reason why we can't work on this together. We don't want to tear apart worlds or kill doppelgangers the way Brian was. We're not violent people. We're gonna open worlds to everyone so everyone can benefit from travel and experience.
God, I can't. I hate you so much.
Oh, you turn it off? Yeah, okay. That's fine.
Like,
Yeah, she's
if
cut
I
off.
have to listen to another second of
Yeah,
this.
she's cut off mid word. And
But this begs the question: did we listen to that fuckwit of bile coming out of her mouth long enough for me to trace back where she is?
oh yeah. She's like way up on the 10th floor of this building.
Okay.
So this is not the like building you would expect the CEO to be in, but it is where she was today.
Great. She's on floor 10. The dampener is right above us.
Just kind of funks their head on the wall a little bit. Great. Okay. And the things in here?
It's attached to the.
Do we need to like destroy it or something?
It's interstitial material, right?
Not exactly, no. It's similar to the distortion that was left behind in the fantasy world, but didn't embed in anyone or do any of that, which is maybe good. But yeah, it was like trapped pretty quickly in these containers.
Do we just turn it off?
This phaser thing, right? That
I mean,
We
that just
used in-
identifies it, right?
I mean,
Fuck it. Chainsaw, shoot it.
yeah, and put a grenade on it, blow it out the airlock.
I mean, we're in the building.
Blow it out the airlock. That's why.
I mean, energy. When you've seen any brand do this before, it's like a big energy dispersal. But then it's over. If we let it out, wouldn't it just disperse? Let's find out.
I mean, maybe it just goes and fixes it, the tear, right? It's the most applicable place for it to go.
Free will.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh?
Carefully.
Yeah, very, very carefully.
shoot.
Perfect. Thank you, everybody, for joining us for episode 31 of Pinnacles here on Happy Jacks RPG. We will be back next Sunday,
Will we?
noon Pacific time.
We like you.
Thank you, audience, for being here. You make this a lot of fun. We love getting to do this with you. Similar, our chat mods. We literally can't do this without you. Thank you, James V and others. Really, it's awesome. If you want to join the Patreon, happyjacks.org/Patreon has a number of ways you can join in. Any amount is fine. We also know sometimes no amount is what's right, and you do what you got to do. Totally understand. But if you've got a few extra bucks, we could use it. Kimmy puts a lot of blood, sweat, and tears into making the studio everything that it is. And it's a really nice to have this space. And she just has put so much time and effort into that. And if there's any amount that you can do, it's appreciated. Thank you. Let's start this way. Pooja?
Hello, I am Pooja. I have been playing Sapna. You can find me on the internet as Forgotten Saves. If you want to hear me play more TTRPGs, you can find me on the Happy Jacks back catalog. Also on Saturdays, playing Trinity's Wake. Very different character there. And on the back catalog, 12-sided stories and Queen's Court games.
Did you get to find out who I played last Saturday?
Yes.
No spoilers, but you should listen to Trinity's Wake. It was very good before I got there, and then I got there.
Mm.
And it was also good.
So good.
Yeah.
So good.
I am Sarah, and I've been playing Kit, the superhero biokineticist who, dear God, someday they'll roll a stability check. Someday they'll do it. You can find me over on the internet under sarahiscoffee, except for Instagram, where you can find me at Sarah_is_coffee. And I don't know, I'm just hanging out these days. Tip your waiters.
Yeah. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, my name is Eli. I've been playing Hector, the Telepath. I think we should change our name to Team Bad Tummy.
Yay.
That's all I got.
All right. I'm Enge. You can find me on the internet, card.co/John Enge, JONENGE. Thursday, this coming Thursday, we do session 0 for my Aldgate Fantasy Savage Worlds game.
Who else is going to be in it?
We've got Brian Suskind. We've got Vixie Bell and Darcy, who are both in my one shot, and we just picked up one more person, Artem.
Oh, terrific. Awesome. Okay.
Yes.
Well, what time is that on Thursday?
It's going to be like 7 p.m. to 10.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Cool. And my name is Jason. I'm the guide in this game. You can find me on Twitch and Twitter and Blue Sky, I think, at It's Probably Okay. I stream on Twitch Monday, Wednesday, Friday now, so I hope you'll join me there. And also, if you want a fun PBTA game about playing the adult Children of the Gods, you can go to probablyokgames.com/demigods and get the PDF there. I will have hard copies available for soon as I mail out these 747 books.
So excited.
And yeah, that's pretty much it. So thank you, everybody, for joining us. We will see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.